Hi and welcome! Look, I'm not moving. As in, like, the camera's not moving. No shaky shakeathons here. Why? Because we think the technical issue has been solved! Yeah! Someone's put a quid in the meter and we've got the internet back on. No, in all seriousness, thank you so much to everybody who was watching us whilst we had no internet. And I mean no internet, not just in here, the whole building. Office staff et al. Had absolutely no internet. So we're really, really sorry, but thank you so much for sticking with us. And for now, fingers crossed, do feel free to cross your fingers if you've got any like MDF near you. Just give it a little touch for us, thank you. We have fixed it. Phew. We will just let you know that we did soft decide earlier on with Becky, not me Becky, the other Becky. Lovely Becky, we are going to try and put that online as soon as possible, but we don't want to put it up right away, just in case we jinx ourselves. So we will be putting that up really soon. So keep your peepers peeled for that. Now, we have got a brand new month that we're in right now. It's April, and so we've got a new snazzy schedule. This is running Monday to Friday, so make a note of the times. You don't have to memorise them. Oh, I won't be testing you. But if you make a little note of these times, these are your new show times that we will be running Monday through to Friday. On Saturday, Sunday, we switch it around a little bit. So if you do want to tune in on a Saturday and Sunday, we do have slightly different hours, which we will show you in just a moment or two. But it's well worth you bearing these in mind if you are planning on getting creative with us so that you know exactly what you're tuning in for at the right time. So do make a note of that. As well as that, let me tell you that we have taken that boring bit out of buying great treats. You know, the bit where you have to click, wait, double click, go into a new bit, double click again. Now, one-click wonders, that's what they should call us. We have got one click for you to shop the whole day's worth of goodies. You see the little video section there that's paused, yeah? Isn't that a nice picture of Joe? Love it. You've got a little button underneath it. It says shop the day. Click that button, you won't shop individual shows, you get all of the treats that you need. So head on over there, you will see Softer Side, you will see some pieces from our masterclass, and you will see some amazing, sparkling, shining, fantastical examples from the wonderful Be Creative. We'll chat more about that in a little bit. Also, it's Friday, so we're doing Fiver Friday. And basically that means that there's quite a few things on our website that you can get for just one crisp note, either £5 or $5. If you head on over there, you will be able to see it on that banner that's moving across. Just click it and see what you fancy, add it to your order. So all of those things, very exciting, and they are all going on. But trust me, the excitement, if you thought that bit was exciting, that's just like a drop in the ocean. We are about to step it up a level or two because we have got opulence, excitement and craftability galore in the next few hours, starting off with a masquerade ball who's being led by the delightful Corrine. Hi, Corrine.
Thank you. Hello, hello. I've had it easy this afternoon. While everybody's been running around trying to resolve all the issues, I've been just sat around and enjoying myself.
I did actually think it was unusual that the internet was fine when you were on show and then you went off and it broke and now you're back.
Yeah, I control the internet.
I thought it was you.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I have the power.
Gary, what are we looking at today?
Right, we're looking at our Masquerade Ball. This is a fantastic collection. It's full of those strong, vivid, vibrant colours. All the things you want. I mean, how perfect has this been teamed up with what Be Creative are showing us today? I just think it's just amazing, isn't it, that it's tied up like that. So this is all about your masks, your 3D embossing folders. We've got chandeliers, we've got the dancing couple, you've got all those lovely things. So look at this gorgeous mask we've got here. Now we're going to cut this mask out in our first demo. There you go, you can see that a bit better now. Look at the chandelier in the background. We've got our celebrate sentiment. Absolutely perfect. Now if you're thinking, okay, but I think I need the papers to go with it, then we're going to bring you the these papers. They are absolutely beautiful. There's some with gold highlights on, absolutely gorgeous. Now, as well as the mask die, you've also got the mask embossing folder, which is beautiful. It's a 3D embossing folder, so you've got different levels of emboss on there. You know, how about your fold back cards? Again, all with those beautiful papers. There are stamps. There's a couple of packs of stamps with our dancers, with our sentiments, with everything you want. Look at that. It's so beautiful. How about gorgeous, gorgeous shaker cards? Now, the one thing all of these projects has in common that I'm showing you is those colours, is that vibrancy, is that opulence, is that feeling of grandeur, which is absolutely beautiful. Look, and they're wearing their masks as well. And we've got another 3D embossing folder with our chandelier. And I'm going to work through all of these as we go through the 2 hours that I've got this afternoon. Yeah.
I cannot wait. So we have got the first hour with Corrine, and she's going to be bringing a little bit of grandeur to the show. But it's not just lovely Corrine that we've got with us today. Oh no, we have got the fabulous fellas, the waistcoat wonders. It is Fun and Justin from Be Creative. Hi, how are you all both?
Yeah, we're fine, we're great, thank you.
Good. Now, you have already brought to us some sensational treats today. Can you give us an idea of what we might be looking at in here?
Yeah, I'll kick off first. Well, first thing we're doing today is screen printing, but we're doing screen printing a much easier way than people have ever seen it before, using our Stamper's Friend tool as the actual screen printing device, using the Whizzy tool to apply the gel inks as well. So we can screen print anything, including this. You see the shadow box here? And on this box, for example, we've screen printed no less than 3 of our screens on there. But that's just one of the things we're doing today. We're also doing our wonderful creative crystals. They are chunky, they're full of thick embossing crystals, they're full of mica, glitter, the colours are incredible. They will go onto any surface. They are weather resistant as well. If you use them in conjunction with our wonder sheets and wonder tape, you can actually do them on things and put them outside, and the weather will not affect them. So the crystals are an incredible thing. Justin will be doing some amazing things with them.
Oh yeah, Justin.
So this is one I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to show you how to create a mask and then a bottle as well. And then this is crystals or wonder sheets and a bit of wire, and you create one of the wizards, the witch or the wizard as well. And then, of course, you can also do your steampunk, or you can do your distress as well with that. Those are the screens and the stems and embossing crystals that goes with that as well.
I absolutely adore them. Look at what you've got there as well, Gordon.
Well, there's another thing. People don't realise you could do this. Now, our crystals, we manufacture them ourselves. We've been doing them for 20 years. And they are extremely flexible. They don't crack when you bend them. So, for example, if you look at this here, this has been machine embroidered over the crystals, and the crystals do not crack. So if you're into using fabric crafts, embroidery, anything like that, you can also use them if you have like an embroidery machine, and add them to that and make it even more special. These crystals will do some amazing things. They're not just for card makers, they're for all sorts of techniques, really.
I absolutely adore them. I am so excited to have a nosy at what else you are going to be making, because if you watched us on the show before, literally we're all just sort of there in awe going, where are these two going to go with the next make? Because they just keep levelling up. It's phenomenal. Gentlemen, I'm going to let you have approximately 49 minutes off.
Yep.
Sounds good. So they will be back with us around about 7. And that's in UK, that's 2 p.m. or 11 a.m. Now, we have got the Masquerade Ball for you today, and I have got loads of goodies within this. Do you like embossing folders? Yep, good, we've got them. What about dies? You're a die fan? Yep. We've got them as well. Do you like luxury cardstock that glitters and shines and glosses? We've got that in A4. And I've got 12 by 12s as well as some stamps. We really have got absolutely oodles going on in here. It's rich, it's intense, It's unisex, it's beautiful. So if you do want to seize the moment, your info is on screen. I will just let you know that we've got a couple of little gremlins that are being mischievous at the moment, apparently. They're just not letting us have a break today. But do bear with us. We think we've sorted Facebook now, but again, don't jinx anything. But I really do, obviously we apologise. We obviously aren't doing this on purpose, and we are working really hard in the background to try and fix it. So do bear with us. For now though, shall we dive on into some crafting? Oh, go on then. Corrine, what are we going to be looking at first?
Looking at our Masquerade Ball. So we're going to make a lovely card. So we're going to, let's start simple. Let's see what we can do and then slowly work our way up to something, maybe a little bit more complex as we go. So I've taken the lovely dies from our mask. So this is your mask. It's a 2-die set. Oh, let me put it that way then. You can see it's a 2-die set. So you get the outline die and you get the detailed die. So you can see I've got the outline die there and the detailed one there. So I've just put both of those onto my mat. I can go straight in with my junior plate and cut that through. And I love how quickly that's going to cut. Now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to emboss with our distressed chandelier. So this is perfect. Oh, let me show you this. How quick was that? It's over in seconds. So I've got, first of all, I've got my solid piece just there. Let's just peel that off. There's my solid piece. And then I've got my gorgeous mask. I'm going to give it a little tap. Drop that in the bin. Oops, sticking to me. And let's see if I can find my, there we go, my release one. Found that first time. There we go. Now, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We can make that look a lot better in a minute, so let's do that. But let's just do all our machine work first. So the next bit we're going to do is we're going to do our embossing folder. Now, it says on here it's a 5x7 embossing folder, but when you look, you actually have a little bit of a border around the edge. So my cardstock, as you can see, is just, can you see, just shy of 5x7. You can just see that. That means I'm just going to emboss the main detail. So I can pop that in, close that out. Now remember, it says on here, it is a 3D embossing folder. So we need to change our plates up. So I'm going to put my normal cutting plate, and then I'm going to go in just as I normally would with my magnetic and my plastic shim, but I'm not going in with my largest shim. Now all of the instructions on which plates you need are in your instruction manual that come with your Gemini machine, whichever one you get. So you don't need to be writing this down and remembering it, you will have it, but just so that you know, because you need to put the right plates in. And then we can pop this out. So if we look at that, wow, look at that. Can you see? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? It's actually picked up some of the ink from before, but that's not a problem. We can work with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take both our background and also our gorgeous mask. Let me just make sure, let's just poke out these last little pieces. They're all cut, but sometimes they're just cut. Now this is with our multi-purpose cardstock, so it's 300 GSM. So I haven't gone in with any special card, I've just gone in with my regular multi-purpose card. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some inks. So I've picked up some inks that I thought were sort of all reminiscent of these colours, but I'm not actually going to use any of the backing papers, so it's no problem. You can go with whatever colours that you want. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of a bit of a sort of ombre effect going all the way up. So I'm going to start with my yellow, and I'm going to pop a bit of yellow down. Let's pick a little bit up here, and we're going to pick that up, and then we're just going to blend it over. And I don't mind whether it goes top, bottom. We just want quite a nice intense colour on there. So really simple. We're not going through any complicated techniques at all. Then we can pick another of our colours. We could go purple or pink. Oh, that's a nice juicy one. Oh, I picked up quick drying. That might not work. Let's see if it works. I picked up a quick dry instead of a blending. Oh, we can get it on quick if we don't waste time. There we go. Let's see if I can blend that out. I wonder what, just picked up the wrong one, but it still works. Then we can come in with our pink. So yeah, I've definitely got my water reactive, which is good for my blending. Then I think we were so shocked that we were back on. I was like, quick, get the ink pads ready.
If you've jinxed it, Corrine,
Are we having a few issues?
we are a little bit.
Oh.
Just to let you know, at home we are aware of them. If somehow you can hear me right now, or you're, sort of on your phone and that's working, but your laptop isn't, or whatever, we are working on it. I promise.
Okay, all right, let's see what we can do. Right, so then I'm going to go in with my blue and I'm just going here. So you can see we're not doing any complicated techniques at the moment. We're just laying down those colours. So we've sort of created a lovely sort of ombre effect. And I love it where they pass, where they meet. You mean you can go back in and meet them. But look at that. And doesn't that make the emboss pop out? Really, really does. And then what I'm going to do is I could mat and layer it, but I'm just going to get one of my classic pens. This is my black, and I'm just going to, because I'm going to take the chisel nib, and I'm just going to go all the way around. Now this is just like creating a very simple faux black mat. So it means you're not adding any weight to your project, you're getting a really fine mat, but you're also sort of outlining and edging everything, so it sort of draws the eye in and it adds a border, so to speak, to everything.
Yeah.
Just bring it round. But how quick is that to create? I mean, that was really quick, wasn't it? Just to create that, no problem whatsoever. And then we can put that onto our mats and layers. So I picked up some pink cardstock and I picked up some black cardstock just to replicate the colours. So we can pop that on. I'm going to do that bit first. Let's get that bit onto our card and then we can pop this on. There we are. There we go. So that's going to go on. I'm doing a side opening card, which is unusual for me. I normally do tent fold cards, but I just thought, feels like a side opening card. I don't know. There's no rhyme nor reason sometimes. It's just what you feel. There we go, and that's going to go on there. So we've got the pink. So this, I'm trying to remember if this was out of the cardstock. I think it is. I'm pretty certain this is out of the cardstock that goes in the collection.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we can come in with our gorgeous 3D embossed piece. But how about that? Really, really simple and absolutely perfect. Just a minute. Let's just lift that off. I don't like that. Let's put that a little bit more even. Little bit more even. There we go. I love the tape pens. They're really strong, but that's much better. Happier with that. But that looks like we've got extra mats and layers. So now we've got to there, we need to come in with that mask. So I'm going to come into this for the mask, and I'm going to do very, very similar. So I'm going to take my yellow, and I'm going to blend first. And I'm going to do it in the same order that I've done the background. So I'm going to do the yellow. I'm going to try and get it quite nice and intense. Then I'm going to come in with the purple. Put a little bit of purple on. Let's see where we can get on that one. Nice bit of purple on there. There we go. Just on. Let's just go back in with some more yellow.
Lovely.
And then we're going to go, let's just cover up before I start putting things on the wrong ink pads. Then we're going to go in with the pink. Let's go over that.
Lovely.
Just there. So again, we're creating that gorgeous ombre, but again, this could be any colours that you want. And finally, the blue. Look at that. Really, really pop in there. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. So we can pop that on there. There we are.
Great.
Isn't that lovely? Doesn't that look perfect? Let's just see if we can pick up a little bit more yellow. There we go. Right. Okay, let me just put my lids on quickly. There we are. So what I then thought was, let's give it a bit of a sheen. So I'm going to get I'm just going to get a piece of paper, or you could do it over your bin or whatever you wanted to. Pop that on, and I'm just going to get some spray and sparkle, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a waft. A waft. There we go. But look at that. So now it's sort of giving it a sheen, it's giving it a varnish. But how about that? Lovely. The most beautiful spot. Oh, that looks pretty as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. Sometimes the bits that are left behind are the prettiest. So we've got that, and I've got one that's dry. So I've got one here that's dry, and it's just exactly the same, and you can see. So all we're going to do is we're going to get our tape runner, and we're going to run that over there, and just put that onto our black mat. So now you can see why we're using the black mats, because everything now is running through the same colourways. So we've got our detail and our black mats. So if I bring my card back in, this is going to come over, let's put it up here. And then I've cut off a couple of ribbons. So I've got my glue gun, but you could do it with your tape runners, but I thought, well, I'll do it with my glue gun because then I can, oh, actually, I've forgotten I'd done that. There's me, I'm more organised than I realise sometimes. Let's put that, and then I'm just going to fold those in half. I've done that many demos this week, I've forgotten what I've done, there we go. Put that one on there. And then fold this one, but not fold it straight over, sort of fold it at a little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
And just put that on there. Now, can you see on here, I put 2 foam pads there and 1 foam pad there, just so that we can then give it a little bit of a bend. And then we can take the foam pads off, and then that's going to hold it sort of slightly raised. So even if you put it in the post, now if you are going to post it and you wanted, you can always bring that bit further into the card so that it's going to contain within an envelope, but we've got, you know, we don't need to. We've got the Celebrate, you get the Celebrate die. I've then just popped it through my Xyron, which I love. Since I've been here, I've loved doing that. Makes doing your sentiment so easy. I can pick that up and look at that. It's perfectly ready to go. Get that nice and straight if we can. Put that on there. Try and make that nice and straight. There we go. And then the last little bit, so all I did then is I got some gems. Now, if I turn these over, you can see they were cream gems, but I wanted black. So all I've done is I've gone in with my alcohol pen and I've just overcoloured. And the minute they're dry, that's permanent. So you've now got gems in whatever colour you want, which I think is fantastic. So it means you're not scrabbling around for gems all the time.
Yeah.
So we can then, do I need to put a little bit of extra glue on? Or are they going to stick? Let's see if these will stick. There we go. We can just pop these onto our card, because again, they're going to tie in with those black matte layers, oops, that we put on to our card. Do we need one up at the top corner? Just up here. There we go. And how about that? Start nice and simple, just to show you how you can use all the elements and make something really quite pretty. I mean, so simple, but so pretty.
Thank you so much for showing us that. It's such a lovely colour palette that you've chosen,
isn't it?
And it works so nicely. And if you would like to treat yourself to your own Masquerade Ball, let me tell you all the goodies you're going to be getting in here. So we have got stamps, we've got dies, we've got embossing folders, we've got it all, and we've got it for a fantastic deal today. So I am bringing to you Celebrate in the die. I have also got embossing folds. Now, if you were watching earlier on, the wonderful Justin from Be Creative used this with the likes of the crystals that I'll bring to you in a little bit. Don't forget, Be Creative back with us in about 40 minutes, or less than that. But yeah, there's a few ways that you can use these. And you saw how how easy these were to just run through the die cutting machine, and how wonderfully layered and raised it looked. Adding that texture does not only add tactility, but also interest for the eyes. Then I've got the stamps. And here they are. We've got a lovely sort of musical stave design here. You've got your chandelier, which is one of the themes running through. But there's plenty of themes. Feathers for one. The masks are another theme. I love these stamps, these ones particularly. These ones are the Masquerade Sentiments, they're called. But I really like this one from Mixed Media. I think it's just beautiful. And if you're doing like French-inspired, you know, designs, Belle of the Ball you've got there. I think they're wonderful. More dies for you. And these ones, as we said, are this one here is the sort of matte and layer die that we used in that. The chandelier I have also. And then finally we have the flamboyant feathers. Now, if you would like to treat yourself to these, I have also got the 12 by 12 paper pads and the luxury cardstock that goes with it as well. Now, these luxury items that I have got for you and the 12 by 12, you can get by themselves. So they're like coupled up together if you need to stock up on them. Maybe you've already rinsed through yours because you absolutely loved and adored them. If so, the 12 by 12 paper pad and that luxury cardstock, which has like different textures to it. So some of them are almost like glittery, some of them are pearlescent, they're really beautiful, and they all correspond so well with the themes running through this collection. So those are available too. You can click on Shop the Day, which is on our website if you want to go and have a little nosy at that. And that again is your Masquerade Ball. You've got a discount on this today. You're saving nearly £31 or nearly $39. So really worth treating yourself. If you have been thinking about it, today could be your day. I mean, it's the start of the weekend. You can't treat yourself now, when can you? So not only have I got that, also in the show, I've got something that I shouldn't really talk about. What on earth is Becky getting from underneath here? It's a mystery bag. We have got Sarah Cartload mystery bags. Now, I've not got all of them left at all, but I have got a couple. So this is mystery bag number 2, and I have purposely not looked in this. Purposely not. But I'm going to now. I'm going to show you some of the items that are in here. Do you know what? I'm going to show you them all. I'm going to. Because don't like keeping secrets. Okay, let's... Oh, I love this one. This is one of our edgeables. Happy birthday die I've got for you here. Now, that's a nice sizable die you can see there. Really lovely one. Oh, excuse me. How have I not seen this? How have I never actually seen this one? Look how beautiful. I have never ever seen this one before. A Sharon Callis in a mystery bag. That does not happen often at all. Anyone love a unicorn? Now, if you do love a unicorn, please go and shop the day, because Be Creative were on with some screens of them. But if you do... Oh, I love this one. It's a beautiful one. So you've got this sort of galloping, magical, mystical creature in the middle of a woodland. It's just beautiful. I've also got, no, a Connie Vong in a mystery bag. That I've never, I don't think I've seen that before. Okay, so there's 12 stamps in this one with the lovely character and all of the embellishments. I've also got a card that is a just to say. Now, this is a massive amount. You are getting in here dies galore, 36 pieces in total. And don't forget, you're getting the dies, and the stamp and dies, should I say, within this. And you're getting the look of kind of elements and details with these to add a certain oomph. Yay! I've got your spiral pop out in our honeycomb. So pop this in the middle of your card and you get this boing when people open it. Mirror, mirror on the wall, what a great deal is this for all? We have got for you today the cut emboss. So basically, long and short, if you've not seen these before, run it through your die cutting machine and it will cut out elements and emboss elements all in one pass. It's time saver and it looks fab. Oh, one of my favourite embossing folders. I absolutely adore this one. Anybody for tea? You've got these lovely cups that are interlinking into one another. It always reminds me a little bit of like Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Maybe if you're going on a bit of a spa day, like I know Corrine is at some point soon. This would be that kind of afternoon tea feel. I think it's beautiful. And then last but by no means least, I've got a 3D Regency floral embossing folder as well. So just as a quick reminder, Roo, I've got all of these individual pieces, including cut and emboss, including pop-outs, including stamp and die collections, including Sharon Callis, including edgeables, all in this bag. That is worth over £100. That is worth over $120. You're getting it for 30 quid or $40. This is incredible. I've got another one to show you because we just like giving. I've got another one to show you. And again, I'm not going to let you down with a saving on this one. Now, this one also I've not peeped at. So let's have a little, oh, there's a right good handful in here. Okay. Let's start off with a die sentiment. I have got for you invitation. This is a lovely font. I love a good font because my handwriting is not great. But I love that when you run this sort of through your foiling machine, you will get the foiled word invitation beautifully neat every single time. It could be an invite to a wedding, a christening, a party. You could use these loads. So I've got that from the foot. No, another Sharon Callis. Okay, that again, not seen this before. So what you're getting here is the opportunity to create this wonderful dancing creation with the fairy wings that you can add on if you wanted to. But again, you don't have to, they're sort of individual. You can dress these up with skirts and more. Then I've also got for you, happy birthday. A wonderful 27-piece stamp and die collection with bunting, balloons and more. I am bringing to you as well the Just For You. I think these are lovely. Basically, you're going to cut out, you're going to stamp them and cut them out. And what you're going to be able to do is create your own paper bouquet that you can style in whichever way you wish. I absolutely love the next ones. I just think they're so quirky. I've not seen anything like these. So you're going to get a couple of stamps, and the stamps give you this effect as if they're like popping out at you, but they're not, they are just stamps. You also get the die to give you that top finished professional look, which you can use, you don't have to. There's lots of ways to use those. Let's talk about our garden party. We've got your lovely garden party design here, 12 elements within here, including that birthday. And last but by no means least, I am bringing to you a creator card. This is your church blessings. Perfect, again, for the likes of christenings, weddings, Easter, Christmas, all of these types of cards. Now again, this one is an even bigger saving. It should be over £101 or should be over $123. Today, £30 or $40. Now, just as a brief reminder, this is everything you're getting within here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I am a savvy shopper. I am a student, and therefore not used to being sort of flush on cash. So when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, right, let's imagine I've already got that one, and I've already got that one. Buy all the rest, you are still saving money. Put these two online. Sell them on. Gift them to a friend. Your friend is going to think you are so generous, but actually they were a freebie for you because you are saving so much more than you are spending. In fact, for example, here in the UK, you are saving doubly what you are spending because you're spending £30, but you're saving over £71. So this really is like, don't think about it, chill out, pop it in your basket, job's a good one. So that's mystery bag number 3. I wish I had another one. I've literally got one more, okay? Literally one more, that is it. And once it's gone, I'm afraid it's gone. This one is lower in stock than the other two. So just to forewarn you, if this is the one that you fancy. So I am gonna, oh, I love this one. I've not seen this one in ages, actually. This is a stamp and die scene. You can't just use the stamp, but you can just use the die. But it basically creates this lovely scenic effect. 4 elements within that. I have got for you your connecting word. Now, this is something that, basically, if you've not seen them before, pop it in your card. It cuts it out, but it keeps the word thankful there. So it looks like it's magically almost like holding up the card. And we've really thought about this. So the font is bold enough that it holds its own, so you don't have to back it with acetate or whatever if you don't want to. But also we've thought about the creativity of this and kept it really wistful. It was a really difficult balancing act to kind of come up with that. It took a few times, but once we've got it, and boy, we've got it. And we are thankful. Yeah. I've also got for you all ears. Oh, these are our, you can use these with our, you use them and they basically create like penny spinners. So the little bunny rabbit, you put along the bouncing zigzag line and he tumbles and turns. And
how about having a penny slider elephant or a penny slider, because all of those animals will fit perfectly on your penny slider when we look at those in a minute.
Cute idea, I love it. We'll be talking about them in a bit. They're a little bit of a sneaky treat for you. I've also got for you your Sharon Callis, another Sharon Callis. I am obsessed. Then I want to bring to you your Lily Border Edgeable. This has got a lovely detail to it, really nice. Touch of the picket fence as well. Do you know what it makes me think of a little bit? Bridgerton. Not just that, I'm bringing you your classy florals. I really like this one because you do get the elements within here and they actually give you like suggestions on if you wanted to recreate this, the colours you'd need, so that's worth bearing in mind. Then I've got a Just For You as well. Now this Just For You is a sentiment die, but also it has an outline, so you can use it by itself or together. Happy holidays! I've got a rustic wreath for you here now. And again, you've got that wonderful 3D embossing folder. And it's 6x6, this one. It's not a size we see that often, so it's nice just to mix it up a little. And then it's time. What comes after part? No. What comes after part? Oh no. What comes before part B? Party! I've got this for you today.
You needed to think that one through.
I know, I was like, hang on, what comes first? Oh, I got there in the end. You have got your lovely garden party here as well. So seize the moment on that one. Just as I'm putting them back, just keep your peepers peeled so you don't miss what you are treating yourself to. Again, should be nearly £102. Not today though. £30 should be nearly $127. Not today though. $40 for you. I'm still going, that's how much there is in this. So if you do want to treat yourself, all of your goodies are in there and it will wing its way to you. I will just make it clear you don't get the bag. Okay, we have got so many of you treating yourself. And if you are treating yourself and you're quite new to us, hi, welcome, I'm Becky. Welcome to the family. We have got this fantastic club. And the thing is, you know, for clubs sometimes in different places, you have to pay a certain amount a month to be in it, right? And then maybe you pay it and you don't use it that often. It can be a bit of a faff. Here, we give you extras for free. Have a little look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Welcome back. I'm being very careful of my facial expressions now because I am well aware that I don't want to get stuck in a pose like that because we're having technical issues. The internet is back, but it's still being silly, and we are so apologetic. For that reason, we don't want you to go through an experience that's difficult to watch, that stop. We do not want that. We want you to enjoy this time. So we have decided the best way to give you the best experience is to actually go off air. So we are not going to be running live. However, we will still be recording. So what this means is, although you won't now be able to watch the next section live, if you come back maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow when we fixed it, we will put a beautiful, crisp, clean video up on our platforms so that you will be able to watch this back uninterrupted. We have got Corrine doing more Masquerade. We have got the fabulous Be Creative Boys back with us as well. So for now, again, we seriously apologise. Thank you so much for everyone sticking with us today. We are going to say goodbye, good night, but don't forget we're recording the rest of it, so you'll be able to get it really soon. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome to Crafters TV. You are tuning in just in time for a masterclass. My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky. And I would just like to let you know, we haven't invented time travel, not yet. but this is being filmed in the past. If you are watching this right now, we basically made the very difficult decision about a minute and a half ago to come off live. Now, I know that we were having technical issues and therefore we will really stop and start when you were watching us. Now, that doesn't make it a very enjoyable ride for you, and we know that we want you to follow every single step of our fantastic demonstrations. So we have come off air for that, but we're sticking around to record the rest of the show that we will be putting up online, so you can watch all of these fabulous demos. And boy, do we have some fabulous demos. We have got Corrine in with our masquerade. We have also got gorgeous Gordon and Jester Justin in with us from Be Creative. So they're going to be crafting up a storm very, very soon indeed. For now, though, let's talk more about the Masquerade Ball collection. We have got in here stamps, luxury cardstock, 12 by 12 paper pads. We've got, the dies, the stamps, the embossing folders. We have got decadence, elegance, and we have got those wonderful rich colours. And we've got a bargain as well. So do feel free to treat yourself. For now, though, let's say hello to the lady who's been working with this. Corrine, you love this, don't you?
I do, and yes, welcome back, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. So we're going to start. We did a demo before we had to come off air, and we just used our chandelier embossing folder, and we used our mask die. So we kept it nice and simple. We're now going to go up, and I'm going to show you the magic that is an embossing folder, how you can have something and you can't see anything, then we can apply a product and it just sort of pops out. So we're still going to keep it quite simple. My next one's getting a little bit more complicated. So then we're just going to move it up a notch and just show you how beautiful it is. But we're going to bring in some of those beautiful papers, the gorgeous cardstock that you're going to get in the collection, and just really show you how everything works together.
That sounds perfect. So if you do want to grab this, remember that you have got all of the details at the side of your screen, so do feel free to grab it. I'll go through all of the boards a little bit later, but for now, let's dive on into the demo.
Okay, so we're using this embossing folder. So this 3D embossing folder is slightly smaller than the last one. This is a 4 by 6 inch. So we were having a 5 by 7 on the last one. So we've dropped down to 4 by 6. And again, I have just cut my card shy of the 4 by 6 inches so that it fits in around the board. So if I put this underneath, you can just see there is a slight border around there. Now, this is a double-sided cardstock. It's just my regular black card. So it doesn't matter which way up in my embossing folder it goes, it will just work. And again, it's still a 3D embossing folder. So it's my cutting plate, my magnetic shim, and then my plastic shim. And that's going to go through my Gemini just like that. I can't believe that in those few seconds we're going to get such amazing 3D emboss by using the small plates. How many? That was, what is it? Something like 11 seconds.
And we've got, it's like 8 seconds.
It's amazing, and the results are fantastic. So I'm going to pop this out of here. Come out. It's so good, is it? Right, there it is. I've got it. Now, I don't know how much you can see of that. Can you see on there? Not very much, but watch this. Right, so I've got that. I'm just going to whiz on with this. I'm going to do the rest of my die cutting in a minute. I've got a piece of, I've just got a piece of acetate there, just so that I'm keeping my mat a bit clean because I've got more demos to do. If I was at home, I'd probably do it straight onto my glass mat. Now, watch this. So here we have our embossing folder, and I've just got my regular, which name is this one? This is... I can't see you on it. I think this is just your regular, something like your King's Gold or so. King Gold, I think.
It looks like
King That one hasn't got a name on. Mine had a name on. Right, so I can tap there. I'm using my ring finger. Always use my ring finger because you press lighter with this. Now watch this. Watch this pop. So you've got this, and look at how this. Wow. Look at how it reveals. I love it when you do it on black. It's like, I've got the magic finger just making that pop. Now remember, always go in with less. You can always go back and add a bit more. You can't take it away. And again, these were originally designed to be used on furniture. So once they're dry, we can go in and we can polish them to get that ultimate shine on there. But look at that. Can you see how beautiful is that? It's so, so luxurious. I'm going to make sure right around the edges just to get all of that detail. I don't want to miss any bits, but look at that. You can build up the layers as well. And the other one that's really good is if you go in with your different coloured gilding waxes, is if you wanted to. So, you know, if you can then, you know, just go and do, you know, use your different colours, your golds, your bronzes, your silver, and mix them up. I think that's enough. I think that looks perfect. Let me just bring that. There we go. Isn't that perfect? I mean, that just brings... I've got one here that's just embossed. So you've got a piece of card that's got emboss on that's hard to see, and then look at how it transforms.
Fab.
It's amazing. 3D embossing folders, and that means, let me just get that off there, that means that we've got different heights. So when we look at the mask here, it's much higher than it is down there. Now I'm going to do the same as I did earlier, and I'm just going to get my craft knife, and I'm just going to follow the shape of that mask, and I'll show you for why in a minute. So that's cut through really nicely just there. So we need something to pop through there. So I've got to move the embossing folder out of the way, and I've got 3 of my feather dies. So these all come in our flamboyant feathers. Now you're also going to get outline dies for 2 of those. So if you do want to mat and layer them, they will mat and layer perfectly. And again, I can pop all of those onto my cutting plate in one go. I can pop my plates on. Because it's a die, I need to pick back up my top plate, and away we go, straight through our die cutting machine, and all of those are going to go through. Now, I have got some of the gorgeous, gorgeous green cardstock from the Opulent Papers, and look at this. And I was quite careful where I cut it out. I haven't cut it out for the sentiment, because I'm actually probably going to cover most of that up. I wanted this down the side, but isn't that absolutely beautiful? We've got the peacock feathers, we've got all of those colours, and when you pop those on there, you could even do like I did before, and you could go round with your black pen as well if you wanted to edge it even more. You know, there's so many techniques. Or you could actually edge that with a little bit of gold gilding wax if you wanted to. All of those different techniques would look phenomenal. So let's just pop these feathers out. Look at that, I love these. They are so pretty. So you've got gold, one there, just regular gold cardstock. Then out of my green, I've done the feather one. And we were saying earlier that these would make amazing stencils. Look at that. Wouldn't that look beautiful? Let me just put some white cardstock there. Can you imagine that inking through that? It would look beautiful. And then we've got more of, let's get rid of those, more of a solid die here. There we go. Look at that for more of a solid die cut. Again, from the paper pack to give us those beautiful, beautiful colours. So what we need to do now is we're going to take our mask. I've got quite a few feathers. I've got a few different ones, and we can pop some of these through here. Let's pop that in there. Let's just come into there and just raise it up. And then we can then just put, oops, caught a thread, put the next one through. And then have I got a greeny one? There we go, we can put our teal one. I'm putting those at the bottom so that they really stand out. Now you can pop a little bit of tape or a little bit of glue if you wanted to. Let's just put a little bit of tape down there, and then we can make them go exactly where we want them to go. But how perfect is that? We've got more feathers here if we wanted to. So then I'm going to layer this up. Let's just get my tape pen or tape runner. There, we can come across here, and I'm just going to catch it across the back of those, so give them an extra little bit of support. Oh, right, now I could put this straight onto my gold and it would look beautiful, but if we edge it onto white first, it's just these little techniques that make such a difference. So if you go straight onto white and then go onto the black, it's really going to pop. It's going to really, really bring it out. So then we can take that out, and then we can pop that onto there. There we go. Can you see the difference by putting that white border in? Really, really looks gorgeous. And then I've got my card base. I'm back to my trusty, faithful 10-fold card. I do like a 10-fold card. They stand up better for me. If you've got weight on the front, I just feel like they're not going to topple over. So that's how I'd rather do that. And then we're going in with the green. And like I said, this is out of the luxury card pack. There we go. Then I've got my paper. It's hard to choose a side, isn't it, when you get these double-sided papers? How do you choose? It's like, well, you're not good enough, you're going on the back. It's not. It's just, you know, sometimes one just wins over the other. So we can pop that
and thankfully, you get a few pages of each, so
you do.
You're all right, aren't you?
It's not too hard a decision to make. Now I'm going to put that on there. So let me grab a few foam pads, see if I can find some that are a decent size. I think these are all quite small. Oh, there's some that are nearly a good size. Oh, thank you. And then we can pop these on. So let's just give it a little bit of a lift. So we can just pop a few foam pads on the back. That's going to go there. There we go. There we are. Right. And then we can, let's make the craft knife out of the way before I stab myself. There we are.
Don't do that,
No,
Corrine,
it's not
because
helpful.
Today's
Not on a Friday
already
night.
been a bit difficult.
Right, so we're going to pop this onto here, and then we can put that on at a lovely angle. And then you've also got stamp sets. So I have stamped a couple of sentiments. Have a ball, welcome to the Masquerade Ball, and I'm just going to edge them in some gold. And it's just, imagine if you got this as an invite, what your expectations of the party would be. I think you'd be asking someone to make you a lovely mask, wouldn't you, Becky?
Oh, for sure. I wonder who can do it.
I know.
Justin. But also you at home, because we'll talk more about that in a bit.
Viewers at home, Becky was given her mask between shows. I don't think I've seen anybody so excited over a gift in a long time. You were a little bit giddy, weren't you?
I'm not going to lie to you, Corrine and people at home, if you go on pretty much any of my social medias at the moment, including Twitter, there are pictures of me with the mask on. Yeah, it is just gorgeous.
You were a little, when Justin gave it to you and he said you can have it, you were so giddy.
Oh,
you were
it's
so giddy.
It's made my day. It's great.
You're wearing that to drive home tonight, aren't you? All
yes,
3 hours.
Completely. Yeah,
All 3 hours.
Yeah.
You're going to get stopped somewhere between here and home, aren't you? Excuse me, madam, what are you doing?
Just every, camera that I go past, just a little, hey, sup?
That wasn't me, officer. That wasn't me in the car. Prove it. Right, a nice bow. If you wanted to, you could add in I think we might. Let's add in a couple more feathers and then we are done. So let's put a little bit of tape on the back of there and then we can pop in a couple more feathers just behind there. Have I got another spare gold one? I haven't. If I find it, I will add it in.
Fab.
But how
Lovely.
about there? Just to show you the sorts of things you can be doing with your 3D embossing folders.
Thank you so much for showing us that. If you would like to see exactly what you can get within this collection, it's time to celebrate with a die. We have also got for you 3D embossing folders. So there's the two of those. We've worked with both of these in the shows today. We have got Shall We Dance as well. We've also got the Ready for the Ball. We have got your Masquerade Sentiments. And I've got your Elegant Mask Die. Now, this is like the innards and the outwards. And then I've also got the Chandelier. Oh my goodness, I was so just about to start singing. I'm going to swing from the chandelier. Literally, my producer started singing it as well. We have also got for you the lovely flamboyant feathers, as well as that. And if you hear a clatter, it's because I'm trying to reach for something out of the way. I have got for you the beauty of the Masquerade Ball luxury cards, and there is loads in these. So all of these represent the colour. They're all acid and lint free, and you have got a different selection. So just to give you an idea, you have got sort of luxury ones that glitter, luxury ones that are almost mattified, mirror-esque ones as well. Some of the ones you saw before. Also in here, I've got your 12 by 12. Let me show you some of these papers. Oh, yes, thank you. We have got for you absolutely loads of beautiful pieces. I absolutely love these. I think they have got such an exceptional look about them. Look, some of them are foiled. We have got so many different looks and designs and pieces for you. So if you do want to grab these, just to let you know, they are all double-sided, but you saw from the front kind of how these look. So these, you're just getting page after page after page, multiples of each, and you can have fun with those. Do you just want to stock up on this and this? If so, info is currently at the bottom of your screen, and it's saving 20% if you buy them together. So well worth it if you love saving your pennies and your cents in America. So do feel free to treat yourself to that collection. And again, if you do just want those by itself, then you absolutely can. Now, Corrine's just nipped off for a little bit of time whilst the lovely gentleman set up from Be Creative. And we have had such a fantastic show already with them, and we'll be nattering to them in just a moment, but Corrine will be back shortly. Let's talk about something that launched yesterday, and these are your cute characters. If you love animals and you love being able to create personality, we have got it here. So let's have a look. We have got your sheep and your cow. These are wonderful. Georgina just did a great impression of a cow and a sheep then. And moo. Brilliant. I've also got the mouse. Oh no, what does the mouse go? How does a mouse go? Yeah, and a rabbit who goes boing, boing, boing. Gosh, I've just had a fabulous impression of a rabbit by Tracy. Wow. I've also got for you an elephant, and I've got your hippopotamus. Elephant I can do, but not very well. Hippopotamus, I have no idea. What noise does a hippo make? I have also got for you the bird and the lovely smiley bee. I am bringing to you your pride and joy. Lion and tiger, why do they sound different? Because they're spelt differently. I literally just made that up on the spot. Genuinely, I did. I swear on my life, of course I did. Yeah, that's why it was a bit rubbish. I've also got for you the Reach for the Sky, which is your giraffe and your zebra. We've got Nuts About You. We have got for you Positively Perfect with your wonderful dog and the cats as well. And then I have got for you the Utterly Amazing, where you've got your otter and your little beaver as well. 125 elements in total, and it is just $48.93 or $62.95. So that is for you there. Oh my goodness, if you've been watching some of the shows today, you will already know how to make this already, and we have got so much more to learn. We are joined today by Gordon and Justin. How are you doing, fellas?
Yeah, we're okay. We're just relaxing. We're a cup of tea here. We're fine. We'll leave it all to you. We're all right.
Yeah, I love that. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm finding it quite hard not to just elbow you out the way and try and have a go at everything, because it has been so inspiring.
Yeah, you're not doing a bad job.
Now we have got Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, stop. No, don't. We have got Gordon and Justin in with us today, and Gordon and Justin are, of course, from the fabulous Be Creative. Gordon, do you mind telling us a little bit about Be Creative?
Who are they? Yes, I will tell you. Oh my God. I've been in the craft business, personally, for 22 years, a very long time. 10 years ago, I met this guy here. Who are you, by the way?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Anyway, 10 years ago, he just appeared from somewhere.
I've been drunk on here.
And he begged to join my business. Anyway, Justin and I got together and we formed Be Creative 10 years ago. And we decided we wanted to design and manufacture our own products. All sorts of products, not just stamping products, but as you can see tonight, embossing crystals, screen printing. And so we set off on a new path really 10 years ago, and Be Creative began. And we, about 3 years ago, we then, we also
He's so mischievous.
I'm trying to be serious, you know.
I'm trying to heat up your
I'm
heat
trying to
gun
be
for you.
serious. So,
Sorry.
where was I? Yeah, so 3 years ago.
Yeah, we love to have fun when we craft.
Yeah, we do.
That's the best part of it.
It's all about having
It's
fun.
all about having fun,
Yeah.
especially in Crafters TV. It's just like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, well, Becky, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, but the fabulous team and the fabulous Becky,
Yeah.
and it's just getting to know people.
Do you want me
and
to
then-
finish? Do you want me to finish?
And then talking about it, and then just chatting. And then that's how the craft industry should be.
Yeah,
at all times.
absolutely.
Yes,
I
have a
love
cup of
that.
tea.
Yeah. Oh,
So anyway, 3 years ago, as I was saying, three years ago, what was I going to say anyway? Oh yeah, so 3 years ago, we then had this wonderful idea about screen printing, and ScreenPal was born, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And we wanted to redevelop
About
screen
4 years,
printing.
actually. But way
3,
before
4
that.
years ago?
But we
Okay.
debuted, we launched it 3 years ago.
Are we arguing about a year?
No, it's
does it
because
matter?
it's okay, we launched it. We launched it in 3 years.
3 years,
But
yeah.
it was in work in progress for about, about 6 years ago.
It's got
6
6 years now, is it?
I really
It
stepped
took
in.
us. Okay, we have the ScreenPal machine. We had the
Yeah.
we had the
As an
ScreenPal
idea.
We did, yeah.
ScreenPal machine.
Anyway, in the
Thing, yeah.
distant past, we decided to reinvent screen printing. We knew that people wanted to do screen printing, but we knew how messy and bulky it was, and everyone we spoke to said the same thing. So we reinvented it to make screen printing simple, something you could do on your table at home very easily with no mess. And we'll show you a bit about that tonight. We'll also be using our embossing crystals along with the screens, and we'll be having a great messy time.
Oh, I
Aye,
cannot
yes.
wait.
Yeah, bye.
All right,
Yeah,
okay,
see you
bye-bye.
later. Just in carry on
have
with
the
your
rest of a
brew.
cup of tea.
Yeah, you clearly need some more caffeine, I think. We have got the fabulous Justine coming up with us for more demos. Gordon's going to be doing the first ones. I want to show you some of the items that we've got, but let me tell you, we've got oodles coming up from Be Creative, so do always check our website. Let's start off with the famous bit of kit. This is our Stamper's Friend. Now, this is a pro stamping platform, and one thing I would mention to you is that this is not just for stampers. We'll talk more about it later, but this is something that you're going to be able to work with for many different ways and get a great finish every single time. All of the info currently on your screen, and yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit more, but it is famous for many, many reasons. So if you do want to seize the moment on that, you absolutely can do right here, right now, and it is just $48.99 or $70.95. I did mention you could use this for something else, and this is what it is. You can turn your Stamper's Friend Pro into a fabulous screen printing device without all the mess and all the bulk and, to be honest, all the expense. I want to show you some of these screen printing that you can get your hands on. We have got leopard camouflage with that elusive leopards creeping into your design. Then I have got for you our wonderful camouflage zebra as well. They, I think, work really nicely together, and actually Gordon was showing us a piece earlier on with both of those being used. Really pretty. So this is your zebra, of course, your camouflage zebra. Again, very, very chic, very, very elegant. You could do it in monochrome for that classic look, but nothing stopping you using some of those big gel inks that I'll show you later on to give it this lustrous look. Let me just show you this. I know I keep showing you it, but quite frankly, it's because it's fab. Then I've also got for you your Space Invader. Now, I really, really like this one because I think it's just something completely different. For all of you sci-fi fans, for all of you who love maybe arcade games, and if you who love reading your fantasy books, this is a fabulous one. Great for ladies and gents of all ages. If you do want to seize the moment, all of those ones today, 20% saving on these. It's $11.99 or $13.91 in dollars. Wizzy tool is a tool that you're going to want to get your hands on if you're planning on turning your tamper friend into the ultimate bit of kit. Don't forget, there's loads you can do with this, but as we're talking about the screen prints today, we have absolutely everything within here. So we're bringing to you the Wizzy tool. Now, this pack doesn't just come with the tool. You can see it comes with the different attachments as well. So you've got like a big brush in there, a delicate brush, you've got like a sand disc, blending pads, you've got loads in there, but also you can stock up. Head on over to the website and you'll see extras that you can get. To get the Wizzy tool, which by the way you're going to see soon and you're going to love, it is just $19.99 or $28.99, so seize the moment. But as I said, do check on the website because we have so much more for you to treat yourself to. Do we fancy getting creative? Let's do it. So, lovely Gordon, I'm with you. What are we going to be looking at?
Hello. Oh my God. Oh, what we're not going to be looking at. So, as I said earlier on, we're going to be showing you how to screen print in a much simpler way than what you're used to seeing. And our screen printing device is going to be our A4 Stamper's Friend Pro. Now, you haven't seen this done before, and it's quite incredible, so you don't have to go buying a big expensive screen printing tool. The Stamper's Friend Pro, which is a fantastic device we've developed ourselves for stamping with clear and rubber stamps. As you all know, it makes stamping so much easier. It also now doubles up as a screen printing tool. So, the base of the Stamper's Friend tool is a full A4. It has a foam mat and 4 strong magnets. So if I take the magnets off like this, to screen printing, what we have to do is remove the foam base. We take that off. Let me just get my glasses. So I'm going to do a few things for you tonight. I'm going to screen print onto a piece of card. Then I'm going to do screen printing onto a cushion case. And then I'm going to finally show you stamping using the gel inks. And in conjunction with all this, we're going to be including some of our creative embossing crystals as well. So some very unusual things. So first thing we'll start with is how do we screen print using the tool onto a simple piece of card. So I have an A4 piece of card. I put that on there. We'll take one of the screens. We simply put that on top of our card like that. And we take the magnets. The magnets hold that onto the base. And that's it, we're all ready to go. Now, at this point, normally, you're used to seeing people squidging on a lot of screen printing ink. Then you see them with a squidgy tool, spreading it across. And of course, at the same time, you see a lot of ink going all over the place, creating a mess, a big mess, which is the problem with screen printing that people do not like. We're not going to do that. We have this wonderful tool here. This is the Wizzy tool. Now, if you look back on previous shows, you will see Justin using this to blend with ink pads, etc., in the most wonderful way. But tonight, that's not what we're going to do. I'm going to select the brush attachment, this one here. We'll put that on the end there. It just clicks in. There's a little switch on the back. It's the twin speed. If I turn it on, you can see it whizzing around.
Yeah.
And hence the name, the Wizzy tool, which wasn't the original name, but customers called it the Wizzy tool, so we renamed it. So how do we screen print with the Wizzy tool? Well, I have all my gel inks lined up here. 1 second. I'm just going to bring them all a bit closer. Now, if you like, when you're using the Wizzy tool, you can buy extra attachments for it, extra brushes, and you can use one brush maybe for each colour. As soon as you've finished with the colour, you pop the Wizzy brush into some water, the gelling starts to fall off it straight away. Same with the screen. When we finish what we're doing, it goes straight into some water and instantaneously the gelling starts to come off of the screen. So that's what you do. So I'm going to start with my lightest colour. So all I'm going to do, because of time, I'm going to dip out in and out of my gel inks here. I'm not going to change the brush, so please don't shout at your TV screen and say, oh my God, what's he doing? I'm only doing it because of time factor. You can do it a different way. So all I do, I tap the brush onto the ink like that, pick up some of the ink. You can see it on there, not an awful lot. We start the tool, spreading around like that. We press it down, okay, adding a little bit of pressure as we do. But basically, we're letting the tool do the work for us. Now, I'm just going to do this, and what I'm doing is I'm just adding little bits of colour, okay, willy-nilly all over the place like this, pressing down gently, but letting the tool do all the work. I'm going to go from the silver now. I'm now just going to go over to the gold. As I said a little minute ago, I'm just going to keep dipping into my colours like that. You can do it this way easily. It doesn't really contaminate the other colour. It doesn't really do that, so it's not a problem if you want to do it this way. But as I say, the best way to do it is to have some extra brushes for your tool and keep one of those brushes for each colour. So if you're a bit concerned about contaminating your colours, that's what you would do, just get some extra brushes. So I'm just laying down some gold at the moment, like that. Yep. I'm going to take the gold now, and now I'm going to finish up with one colour. I'm going to take the bronze now, okay, so I'll pick up some bronze like that, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in all the blanks and go over the whole lot, but the colour will not change. The colours I have already put down will stay where they are. So watch what happens. I'll go over the blanks, I go over everything to make sure I haven't missed anything. Now the screens are made up of thousands and thousands of tiny holes. You can't really see them, they're micro holes. And the beauty of screen printing is the detail. Even by using the best rubber stamps, we cannot achieve the detail that we can achieve by screen printing. The gel inks are specially developed for screen printing as well, but as you'll see in a few minutes, they're also quite amazing for using with stamping techniques. So we'll do the screen printing first, and then we'll go on to a little bit of stamping, and then we'll bring Justin in to show you some wonderful things. So you can see here that we've hardly used any gelling. There is no excess gelling, there is no mess. I have used basically the minimum I can get away with, very, very little. And all I'm doing is letting the tool whiz round, pressing it down gently at the same time. So we'll stop that now. I'm just going to move these here. I'm going to take the top of the tool off, and I'm just going to pop that into a little bit of water I've got sitting at the side, and the gelling will start coming off that straight away, and then when I'm finished I can clean it properly. So that's all you have to do. I'll now remove the magnets. Just get these off like this, and this screen is going to come off and go straight into water as well, and then the gel ink will start coming off the screen. Don't let the gel ink dry in your screen. You can't do that. So if I do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that and hold it up like that so we can see it properly. And let me just do that a little bit so you can see the shimmer and everything on it. See the shimmer and the shine like that. But you know something? I'm not finished. I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
What you don't know about the gel inks is the gel inks are also an amazing medium for using with the creative crystals. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to select some colour here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to select actually. Let's just have a look what we've got here. Yeah, let's just take a little bit of this. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to very gently sprinkle. This one I think is Cressida. Yeah, I'm just picking these up willy-nilly, by the way. Now, you're going to have to forgive me here because I'm going to mix some of these colours. I'm going to make a little bit of a mess, but that's just the way it goes. I'm going to take, let's have a look. What's this one? Right, I'm going to take this one. A little bit of Verde Malachite.
Oh, I love the
like
malachite.
this, just a tiny little bit like that. And I'm going to finish up with one more colour. I'm just going to finish up with a lemon ice like that. Tiny little bit like that. Just a little shake like that. Whoops, that was too much actually.
Whee!
Right, bear with me. I'm just going to do this. 1 second. Bring it back like that.
Wow.
I'm now going to get my heat gun.
That's
So
cool already.
what we have here, the gel inks are still showing through, but we've now added the crystals, and you'll find that the gel inks are the best medium you've ever used for applying these thick crystals. They really are. They're incredible. And now you don't have to be too quick about it, but you know, you have to be fairly quick. You don't want to let the gel inks dry in, because if they dry in, what we're just showing you is not going to work. Now, in a minute after we've done this one, we're going to go on to doing a cushion cover. The gel inks, when you screen print them onto a cushion cover, you let them dry, and then you heat set it from behind with a dry iron, okay, no steam. And when you do that, they then become machine washable. You can also add the crystals onto your cushion cover, onto the gel inks, and let them dry as well. And they are also machine washable, but only at the coolest temperature. Because obviously, if you use a hot temperature, the crystals are going to melt.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So these crystals are unbelievably thick. Yeah, they will go onto any surface. With the gel inks in particular, they're amazing. Justin will be using them a little bit with the most amazing, what we call our wonder sheets and our wonder tape. Those are heat resistant, they are weatherproof. You can put them onto virtually anything, and you can actually put them onto things like plant pots and things and put them outside. But if you decorate things in your house with the crystals, as long as you apply your crystals with the wonder sheets and wonder tape, they will not come off, they will not come apart. But what we're doing here is we're actually screen printing, and we're adding the crystals onto the gel ink that we've screen printed. And this is something that most people will not know about, will not have seen before. So what we're giving you here is a new medium, something that maybe will be a bit different, a bit new to you, rather than just simply using ink pads and things. This is something that will really bring mixed media to life.
That's great.
So let me just hold that up like that. Yeah, you see that? So we did all that with the screens. We screen printed with the gel inks. Then we willy-nilly added on, I think it was 2 or 3 different colours of the crystals there.
Yeah, yeah.
And we heat set them. And look how effective. Now the thing about the crystals, they are very, very thick, but they do not hide the detail. They actually pick all the detail up, as you can see there. The crystals are flexible. They do not bend. They do not crack. That's the other benefit of the crystals. So there we are. So that's the first thing onto a piece of card.
Love it.
Yep.
That's
the next thing, can I just keep going? Are we okay? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah, you keep
Next
going.
thing we're going to do, I'm going to move on to doing something else different now. So this is something we haven't shown you before either. I'm going to put my foam pad back in here. And what we're going to do this time, I'm going to take another piece of card, and this time I want to show you stamping with the gel inks. It's something that most people you will never have seen this before, and you will not believe it can be done actually. So what we're going to do, okay, I've got my piece of card on there held down. This is our winter tree silhouette stamp, which we have on the show today. It's a 7x7 stamp.
Lovely.
It can be used all year round. We call it the winter tree silhouette, but depending on how you do it, it can be for any time of the year. So we put that on there. Now, our stamping platform is not like other stamping platforms. It's made of layers of very tough material that are bonded together, which means you will get a very good impression every time without using much pressure. That's the beauty of it. Anyone can use it. So we're going to do the same again. We're going to take the brush. I'm going to take some silver gel ink. Okay, we start the Whizzy tool spinning again. I'm only going to do in the low speed. This time what we do is we very gently skim it over the top of the stamp. Very gently, we're not hardly using any pressure whatsoever. The tool is basically skimming over the surface. Yep, very gently, Not adding too much of the gel ink either. We just take our time, just let it skim over the surface like that. Okay. It's doing its job. Let's just keep going like that.
If you do want
So
the
this is
whizzy
the
tool,
first
it's
colour
at the
we're
bottom of
going
your
to
screen.
stamp with. Remember, you're just letting it skim over the top very gently. You're not using much ink. Okay, that should be enough. Let's bring that over now. Okay, let's press that down. Okay, and you'll see what happens. And then we're going to use a second colour, and then we're going to finish up with the crystals. Okay, I'm careful, I've got a cup of tea sitting next to me here. I'm just watching it wobble. But it's not going anywhere, it's my cup of tea. So let's very gently bring this up again. There is our first stamp image. Can we see that? Using the silver.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, there we are. So what we're going to do, I'm going to stick with the same brush again. I'm going to take a second colour. I'm going to take, I think, the gold, a bit of gold. But this time, all I want to do is add little highlights of the gold, okay? There's no point me doing silver then covering the whole thing. So I very let that spin. All I'm going to do, I'm very gently skimming over just little parts of the stamp like that. Okay, I'm not going over the whole stamp. I don't want to do that. Just a few bits and bobs like that. All I want to do is add a few highlights. That will do. So we'll bring this over again like that. Press down again with the gel ink. So the first colour we used was the silver, and I've just gone over, skimmed over again with the gold. Okay, that should be enough. Let's pick that up again. There you can see, well, let me do that. You can see it shine. See that the gold highlights?
Yeah.
Now we've got like an autumn forest or something like that. Now I'm just going to take the top off the whizzy tool, remember, pop it into water straight away, then the gel inks will just fall off. That's what you have to do. And what we're going to do now, I'm going to take the magnets off like this and like this and like this. Take this off, just put my tool over here for a second. Sorry about that. Put that back down, and now what we're going to do? Well, it's a winter scene, so what we're going to do, I think, shall we add, no, I think we're going to add some green.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to add a sprinkling of green, might make this look really nice. So let's just pop some of that on there like that. Again, remember, I don't want to cover the whole thing, just bits and bobs like that. Okay, oh, that's maybe too much actually. Let's do that. Let's pop that back in there like that. Hold on, I'll just give it a quick, there we are. Let's just move that out of the way. I'll just get my, see? I'm going to go home sparkling tonight. Now, so let's get our heat gun. And what we're doing now, we'll just pull that down a little bit, there we are. What I'm doing now is I'm making the embossing crystals, which are the green, pop on top of the gel inks. So this should make the whole thing pop out of the card. It will give it that wonderful sort of 3D dimension, having the embossing crystals on top of the gel inks. Yep. Oh, incidentally, the other thing you should always do is pop your stamp into water straight away.
Okay.
And again, the gel inks will start to fall off. Your stamp can sit in the water until you're ready to clean it properly, but don't let the gel ink dry in on your stamp. Just pop your stamp straight into a little bit of water immediately, just like you do with the screens and the whizzy attachments as well. Put them all into water. I've got a little A4 tray of water sitting next to me here. They'll go straight in there. I'll leave them in there. They can sit in there. The gel ink will start falling off. And when I'm finished, I'll just go over them with a little sponge, get any excess gel ink off them, and then dry them, and they're ready for the next time. That's all you have to do.
Brilliant.
But don't let the gel inks dry in on your tools. Because then you will have a problem trying to get it off. Put them into water straight away. So I'm just heating up the green crystals, just to make them pop out of the gel inks we put on. And this should really make this whole thing look like 3D. It's like something you would see, I think it's going to be like a forest scene you would see in the moonlight. You can imagine a forest and the moonlight hitting it. This is the sort of thing I think you would see. If I hold it up there like that.
Have a look. Oh, look at that glitz as you tilt it. Oh,
Can you see the trees sparkle like that?
Yeah.
Can you see what I did with the crystals just by adding a little bit? Remember, the gel inks are the most amazing medium for working with your crystals and things like that. They're incredible. There is nothing like them. A lot of people don't realize you can use gel inks for stamping, but they are fantastic, and it's another medium, another alternative to using ink pads where you get a completely different look. So that's how you do that one. Right, I've got one more thing left, and then I'm going to leave you in the hands of Justin. So my last thing is to bring the stamping platform back.
Fabulous.
Second. Right, so what are we going to do this time? So, again, think about doing bags, cushion covers, pillowcases, and things like that. Normally you would think, again, that you need a proper screen printing tool.
Yes.
But we don't. So how are we going to do this? I don't know, but let's have a go. Right. I have my cushion cover here. Here we are. And I have my Stampy's friend here. Now then, what we can actually do is quite simply like this. I'm going to try and make this really simple for you.
Okay.
I'm going to take the tool and I'm going to turn it over to the reverse. The reverse of our tool is also magnetic. So all we need to do is this. Now, I do need a piece of card. Let me just find a piece of card. Look, or anything. Oh, hold on.
Don't forget that if you are absolutely loving these demonstrations,
I'm just going to use
and
this.
you
This
do
just
want
should do
it,
fine.
head online for all of the goodies you need.
Right, you have to protect, because this is a very thin cushion cover, and we're using the back of the platform, you have to protect the back of the platform in case the ink goes straight through the cushion cover onto the back of your tool. So you just need something like that, a piece of card. I'm using the backing that came off one of the Wonder Sheets. That should be fine. So what I'm going to do, let me turn this around. I'm doing it the right way. I'm going to take the tool and I'm going to put it inside the cushion cover like that. Okay. I look inside and line it up. I think that's about right there. Yep, I'm going to do it upside down because I think it'll be better when I've finished it for you to see it that way. Now, I'm going to take my screen. We're going to take the leopard camouflage. Okay, sit that on there like that. And we then take our 4 magnets like, 1, 2, 3, 4. You all know what we're going to take next. That's going to be our Whizzy tool. So, what are we going to do? Now, I'm going to do this the same again.
Okay.
I'm just going to dip in and out of each pot, yeah? And let's think, what colour are we going to start with? We're going to start with the rose gold this time. So, again, we dip our little brush into the rose gold. And what we're going to do, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick out the face of the leopard in one colour, okay? So the tool starts to whiz, okay? Okay, remember, use a little bit of downward pressure. Keep it going like that, just keep it whizzing around, adding a little bit of downward pressure. When you are using fabric, use a little bit more gel ink than you would normally do, because remember, the fabric is more absorbent. So that's the face. I'm now going to swap to the gold colour, pick up some gold, and what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go up and down here like this. Okay, hear that? Like that. And I'm going to go up and down the other side as well, like that. Okay. I'm going to take a bit of gold again. Now remember, don't use too much pressure. You don't have to. Just let the tool do its work like that. But remember, add a little bit more gel ink than you would normally use. If you're using carbon paper, you wouldn't have to use as much. But because fabric is absorbent, make sure you use enough gel ink. Okay, we're now going to swap to the copper colour. And we're going to go up and down this bit here, like that. And we'll go up and down this part here, like that. Okay, a little bit of downward pressure. but the tool is doing the work. Now, if I've missed a bit, what I like to do is finish up with a very light colour. So I'm now going to take my silver, I'm just going to dip into my silver, and what I'm going to do is this. Okay, I'm going to go over the whole thing. Now, this is just to fill in any blanks. It will not take away the colour we've already put down. It won't interfere with that. Trust me, you will not end up just with one big splodge of colour. That will not happen. So just let the tool do its work again. Okay, just adding a little bit of colour. Make sure you go over the whole thing. Okay, I think we've done it. Let's remove the magnet. Swoop. Like that, and like that. And let's gently remove the screen. Remember, this goes straight into water.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And all we have to do, let's take out our tool from the inside. Whoop. Okay. Now, actually, the gel ink hasn't gone all the way through like we thought it would, so that's good. It didn't do it. So let me hold that up like that. Okay, hold that up. Can we see that? Yeah.
Oh, you can
so
see the
that's
sheen
how you
even
do
from there.
a cushion cover. Now, can you see the stripes, how we use the different colours? And you can see how we picked out the face using the first colour. You can see how, even though I went over the whole lot, finishing off with a silver, I think it was, we have not removed any of the other colours. Now, that looks very African. Is a leopard from Africa? I think so.
I'm going to smile and nod.
Well, anyway, wherever it comes from, that's what it looks like.
I love it.
So it's as simple as that. Now, let this dry, and then use a dry iron. You heat it from the reverse, and that is now machine washable at a temperature of about 30 degrees.
I absolutely love
And I shall now go back to my cup of tea and leave you in the hands of Justin.
You enjoy your cup of tea. How great would that be on a T-shirt? I'd love that on a T-shirt. That is such a brilliant make. Thank you, Gordon. Oh my goodness, I told you some of the treats we've got on the show today are just, whoa. Let me remind you of the Stamper's Friend. Gordon has used this to stamp. He's used it to do the screen printing and so much more. It is currently on your screen right now. It's just $48.99 or $17.95 for you today. It is called Stamper's Friend, but Crafter's Friend or just multi-use friend would also be good because there's so much you can do. You saw the gel inks being used not only with the stamp but also the screen print, and here are the colours. You don't have to choose your favourite because you saw how magical these are when they're working together. So we don't want you to have to pick your favourite. We have got all of these for you. Lovely thick consistency of these. Really wonderful gloss to them. If I just give you a little shimmy, it gives you an idea of just how glossiful these are. Again, you can use these in multiple different ways. You've got a discount today, 15% off on these ones. Individuals are available if you want them, but if you want the discount, this is the way to do it. $10.14 each, or $8.99 each if you want to grab them. So it is absolutely and completely up to you. If you would like to recreate the designs that we showed you, how's about I bring to you some of the stamps. Now, I'm going to bring you the trees. But I don't know if this is just me, but you know when Gordon used this a moment ago and he put the silver on first? To me, it almost looked like a frozen water, like a frozen fountain. You know, actually in Frozen, where she freezes the water mid-air. That's what it reminded me of. And then he added the green and it looked like trees. Oh, really useful. So this one for you is 7 by 7. Nice size. And you have got the winter trees. Now, we also did earlier on the show your angelic steampunk. Now, Gordon did a great demo with this earlier on. I'll just show you it that way around so you can see all the ones you get as well. So you're getting things like cogs and wheels and the clocks, and you've got that lovely sentiment as well. So well done if you have already managed to get them. If not, 39 stamps, seize the moment now, $19.99, $28.99. So well done. And again, do look back on that. We'll put that up as soon as we possibly can. Now let's talk about the embossing crystals. I've got to show you. how gorgeous these look on some makes, okay, that I have had next to me that I just haven't had a chance to show you. Look at the glossiness of these. And the reason I wanted to show you this is because they look great and then they catch the light and they look exceptional. And the thing is, this is with multiple different ones used. Wait for the next one. You're going to love this if you love vintage. How stunning is that? But again, the crystals make it with that gloss and that detail. You have just got so many opportunities on this one. You really, truly do. So again, you don't just have to get yourself one colour of these. I would definitely treat yourself to a few. Oh my goodness, and look, this one's done with one too. Fab that, isn't it? So again, you can use this for homeware and so much more. Let me show you the colour options that you have. So I'm going to start off by showing to you the Harlequin Platinum. This one really very, very popular. And it has got that wonderful sort of silvery gold and black fleck within it, which is wonderful. Next up, I have got for you Copper. This is your Harlequin Copper. I just think that has got such a wonderful rustic feel to it. And then I have got for you your Harlequin Silver. Now, the thing is, we were talking a little bit earlier on about how this collection got made, and you can watch that back at your leisure, but these are all Harlequin, and I just want to show you, look how great they go together. Look at those. Wouldn't you love those in a piece together? They work so well. So if you did want to get those ones, it is the platinum, the copper, and the silver, which is currently on your screen. I just think that is going to be such an eye-catching trio. Not just got those though, let me go through the others for you. I have got your graffito here as well. Lovely detail, quite edgy and modern. Then I've got for you your vert malachite. So you've got this lovely green malachite hue that has flecks of the white running through, which malachite itself does. It has those wonderful bands of light green white through them. Very pretty indeed. Then I have got for you your wonderful travertine gold. Those together again, yes please. It's almost like sort of a frozen spring to an autumn, isn't it? Very pretty, those designs. So there's that one. I have also got for you your ancient bronze. Now again, looks nice, but wait for the detail to catch the light. Oh. You've got little elements in here with golds and oranges and brushes. And actually, if you want to bring out those hues, I would suggest pairing it with the copper. So this is your aged copper. Can you see how pairing them together it works really nicely? And the thing is with the aged copper, which I've got for you now, is you're getting those purple hues within the aged copper as well. Then I've got the rich golden green, and this is so sparkly. Let me show you this one again, just to give you an idea of how great that sparkly element looks when you are pairing this with other colours. It's fab, isn't it? Then I'm bringing to you one of my favourites. It's your weathered chrome, and this has got this wonderful lustrous shine, but then you have those moments of the sort of light rose gold within there, or strawberry gold. Not stopping there though, I have got for you your Hyperion. Now this one is a glitter sensation. Remember, these do stay flexible. They're not like your usual sort of embossed crystals. These are extra special, so they can really catch that shine, and I think this one does that beautifully. Ganymede I've got for you as well in this one. Again, you can see in here where you've got the details and designs of the larger ones. It's really pretty. This is another great one. Cressida. This is my producer Georgina's absolute favourite. You've got blue tones running through here with golds and whites, and it just pairs in so nicely. $3.99, don't forget, for the pot, $5.79. This is another of my absolute favourites. This is your Phobos, and I adore this one because as I tilt it, you can just see it has that almost sort of koi ghost carp scale detail to it. It is magical. Then we're gonna get a little bit fruity. I'm bringing to you your lemon ice. This is fun, fun, fun. This is PART, why not? This is Holiday Central, $3.99 again, or $5.79. Silver Garden I've got for you now. The Silver Garden goes great with the designs that we did earlier on, maybe with that the tree stamp. Final one now is your Winterfall, and Winterfall is just wonderful with the light blues and almost the mottled sky in there. Again, same great prices. Don't forget, if you're platinum, you get it for even lower. So if you do want to seize the moment on these, please do be quick off the mark. Pick your 2, 3, 4, 10 favorites and check those out when you can. Should we dive into some more demos? Oh, let's head on over to the Crafters Corner where Justin is. Hi, Justin.
Hi.
How are you, Justin?
I'm very good. I'm just...
What are you up to?
I'm physically just heating up my... Yes, that is the full boss. That is actually my second layer I've been put on. I'm actually going to stamp on it.
Ooh.
It's fantastic. Part of the technique. It's like...
Brilliant.
Yeah, I completely cover it with one sheet, and I put the first layer. Yeah. Then I put I use spray emboss for the second layer. So now I'm going to do a third layer. Then I'm going to add another layer of lemon.
The lemon tonic, the lemon ice, sorry.
Lemon ice, lemon tonic.
Lemon tonic.
Is it time of the night?
It's better than you were saying limoncello, and that was like 9 o'clock this morning.
There's always an evening in the other side of the world.
Not wrong.
Yeah, so I use 4 boss, then I'm going to use the rubber stamp to do it. So if you want to rubber stamp into stamp into the crystals, always use a rubber stamp, do not use a clear stamp, because it will destroy your clear stamp. You can either use what they call a watermark ink pad to do it, just to protect your rubber stamp, or you can just use a black pigment ink, which is perfect when it's wet.
Perfect.
You need an ink that is what we call slow drying.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you.
Because when it's quick drying, it's just not going to work.
No. We have got some pigment ink pads for you. If you do want them, you know what to do. Have a little nose on the online.
Yeah. Then once you have done it, then you can always do the third, the final layer with a clear embossing powder or my Winter Illusioned.
Not that again. He's been so mischievous today. He's just name-dropping things that he knows full well he's not brought to us yet. Oh, mischief maker, Justin. Justin Jester.
Yeah, so I just spray the spray emboss, then all I'm going to do is to put my third layer of emboss down, and then I'm just going to circulate that, and then just make sure everything is stuck on to where it's supposed to be. And then just go and grab that and then just do it that way. If it's dry off, just basically just redo it again and then just spray emboss, or you can just use a watermark ink pad to do that. So once you finish with that, so of course, just give it a little tidy. It just gets a bit messy. Yeah, but you can be, the crafting is messy, yes. But yes, organized mess. And it just start blowing. Yeah, it is blowing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then start doing that.
When you poured them out earlier on, it's really obvious to see the different size of the grains within there. As somebody who mixes these, you know, kind of comes up with the ideas and plays around with them, why is the different textures really important for you?
The different texture is important because it creates something, more texture to something, instead of just boring.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just give a bit of sparkle, a bit of nice things for you to put at, and then it's just, when you're doing a sculpture, especially something like that, it's sort of, you need to have different layers, different texture to give it a nice picture.
That's so cool, isn't it?
You see, that's with wonder sheets, and then you just need the crystals, and then you just create something out of that. And then just with any bottle that you have. So that is a perfect, or wonder sheets with that. It's sort of something like that. you can create.
Oh, that's so fab, that is. That is
That
just
is with
brilliant.
Wonder Sheets. No,
So-
that is Wonder Sheets. Georgina, that's a Wonder Sheet. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the technique what I'm going to do once I
Love
finish
it.
with this stamp.
We love it.
Yes.
I actually had a message in before. Do you remember when we were live? What was that
yes,
like?
when we were live, what was
Crazy. Yeah, which, by the way, if you're messaging now and you're thinking, Becky is completely ignoring me, I'm in the past. I'm probably at home now with my feet up on the sofa and my dog just like, you know, at my
Yeah.
heels. But someone did message in earlier on, which was, who was it? It was Jennifer Dawn Smith. Hello, Jennifer Dawn Smith.
Hello,
Saying,
Jennifer.
How are the Wonder Sheets different from double-sided adhesive?
It's because it is heat resistant. It does not shrink. It does not burn. It does not seize off. And it's waterproof if you put it together with the crystals, as I've shown there.
Yeah.
And then you can actually just put it outside, and then becomes waterproof and become weatherproof as well. It was snowing at the time.
Yeah.
And then we put it on, and that's what you get.
That's
so
brilliant.
that's the difference with our Wonder Sheets. It's because ours is super tacky as well, and then you can use it with anything else apart from sticking yourself, which
Yeah.
you don't exactly want to do that, would you?
No, generally
you
not.
can crystallize yourself maybe. Just what you can do is just heat it up and then just stick the double-sided onto your skin. But just
Beautiful.
please check. It's acid-free, it's ligand-free, so
Brilliant.
that's
Brilliant.
that's a good thing about that.
That's great. And also it's tearable too, which quite a few double-sided acetates that I've worked with aren't. They're
Yes.
too rigid.
Yeah, so basically, and it's when it becomes flexible as well. So once I've done the third layer, I'm just going to clear that slightly. I'm just going to put in the lemon ice. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to spray in the end there a bit, and then I'm just going to have a touch.
That's the magic spray emboss that's just been sprayed
Yeah.
there.
The spray emboss acts like an adhesive with the crystals, because normally when you're trying to put another layer of crystals on crystals, they blow away. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Right, yeah.
But the spray emboss acts like a magical adhesive, so when we add another layer to the layer below, the crystals stay exactly where we want them to go, and as you can see now, they don't blow away.
No.
So another use for spray emboss.
That's genius, isn't it? I love with spray emboss. I swear that every time that I see you, it almost feels like we've found another use for it. We've found another brilliant thing it does.
That's what this is doing now with spray emboss. We found out by accident. We couldn't believe it, did it? Because someone had said it had done something unusual, and we thought, well, that's strange. Let's try this. Let's try it. And it just seems to be every week we find out something else. You know,
Brilliant.
it just keeps going. Yeah.
Great, really, it is
Yeah.
great.
Okay, so once we finish with this, we are going to use the Semper Strand. And then this time, because we're using what we call a mount rubber stamp. Basically, a mount rubber stamp, it means anything can you see the grey bits or white bits that is being mounted. That's where you take off your black foam. Yeah, your black foam from your Semper Strand. So this, you have a bit of time to do this. Just need to make sure you actually take this off the heat. And then just take that off. So when you're doing this, just make sure that you need to reheat your Semper Strand again, and just make sure everything goes on its place. Not reheat a Semper Strand, so reheat your crystals.
Okay.
Again, before then you have a few seconds to do that. Just by doing this, just make sure that your stem is inked.
Okay.
Yeah. So the best way to do is to actually put this to the corner, put the stamp over there, example. Yeah. Okay. And then just stamp it there. Okay. So then when you're doing that, so make sure that you ink your stamp first. Yeah. And then if you need a bit of heat, that's fine. You can just take it off from Semper Strand. Reheat that. I forgot to show you what needs to be done first. Okay? Because it needs to be melted before you can actually physically stamp on there.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just reheating that just to make sure that the areas that I want the stamp to be stamped.
You can see that even though, obviously, like the layers that you've done, like the 3 layers, even though you've heated the sort of layers of it a fair few times, it's not changing colour, which is amazing, isn't it?
No, it lays on top, and then that's where it gives you that it does not merge together.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing about this. It's like once you finish that, just make sure you transfer straight away there.
Yeah.
Again, if you want, just ink a bit more,
Yeah.
and then just stamp over the area. And then you can just leave it there, or just press it there, and it's just about 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
Oh, okay, all right. Just a little bit of pressure and weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8, 9, 10.
Okay,
I wanted to
then
carry
that's
that on
where
or
you need to
something
lift up. You need to put it on again.
Ooh.
I need to put more.
Goodness.
Yeah. You don't worry, need to worry. Just move back to one side, and then just stamp that. I think
Because
that should be all right.
Because you've used the Stamper's Friend, you know that it's going to sit right back where it needs to.
I don't think it's thick enough, actually. I've not
Oh,
put it
that
thick
looks
enough.
lovely.
But it sort of
Vintage.
does give you that sort of what you need. It's sort of basically, the effect that you
yes.
get. But it's not thick enough. But because I'm rushing for time as well.
That is
Sorry,
gorgeous.
everyone.
No, we totally get the concept. And you can see it looks like vintage. It's beautiful.
Yes, it sort of gives you a nice vintage feel to it. There's a sample there that we have actually done.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, that's done in NDF.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that.
No, that's just this is much better looking.
Georgina's just asked if this is
You
gorgeous.
can see the effect that you get out of it once you put it nice, a thicker layer.
Yeah.
And then that's where you get that image from that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow, brilliant.
Okay, so for now, so that is my twine. What I've done there, so when you're doing your twine, just make sure that you have your wonder sheets ready. Okay, so when you're doing that, just make sure that you fold, take it off your Stamper's Friend,
Okay.
not Stamper's Friend, your wonder sheet.
Yeah,
Do that,
just stick a little bit of
and
it.
then just take that off, and that's where you start doing your twisting.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
It's amazing how quickly that happens.
Yeah, it does not take much time, and you just need to twist it and turn that. And then that's where you will do that into the areas.
Oh, that's brilliant. So that is on glass.
Yes, that's on glass, yes.
That's
So,
amazing.
what I've done it. Sorry, everyone.
What have you done? What have you done, Mischief?
Oh, mischief. He's getting a bit confused at the moment.
Oh, that's do you know what that is? That's payback for you
that's
being so
payback.
naughty
Yes,
before.
definitely.
Yeah, it is.
So what you need to do first, before you do that, is to put on a first coat first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it bonds to itself, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's where when you twirl it, and then it gives you a much better pressure on that. And then
That's
just
lovely.
take that off. Yeah. So once you get that on, and then just tear that bit there.
And you can see how useful it is that it's rippable.
Yes, and then once you finish with that, that's where you twirl that, and then you link.
This might sound like a really unusual question, but you know how you did like the twine section of it? Is there like a certain amount of time that, you know, you'd have to rush it because almost like the glue would dry up on it?
No, it does not. It just maintains tacky
That's
as they
brilliant.
are, and it does not go away.
That's
And
great.
unless you keep it away from dust, basically, because no matter how tacky it is, if dust settles on it,
Yeah.
and that's where it will remove this tackiness.
Got you. Yeah.
Once you get that,
Yeah.
and then just take that again, start building it up. Don't need to be too neat, but just make sure that it's tight when you're doing that. Yeah, and then lift that up, and then start twisting the area. The one technique is that I advise you to do is to physically when you are actually laying that down to the corner where you finishes, just make sure everything is pressed tight and twist while you are wrapping around it.
Okay.
Because it helps it to stop it from unwinding.
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you get that,
Yeah.
then you can keep doing this until you create something like that.
Lovely. Yeah, I
You
see.
see?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've just done a couple there.
Yeah.
But once it finishes,
Yeah.
once you put your crystals, that it should create something like
Oh,
that.
wait till you see this. Wow.
Okay. So once you have that, so I'm going to do is to start heating the end there.
Yeah.
You see how I entwine that? Okay, this is used, is it Verdite Malachite and
Right.
the weathered chrome.
Lovely,
that.
lovely. I really like the look of this because it almost looks like sort of something you might see on Harry Potter that they're keeping like a potion in.
Yes.
It feels kind of magical, but also it feels a bit like something that, I've forgotten his real name, but he's Baldric and he does Time Team, doesn't he? It looks like something Baldric will have dug up at Time
Blackadder.
Team,
Yeah.
like historic.
And
yeah.
of course, when you're doing that, you can able to do a mask,
Oh,
which
yeah.
also Becky have another one as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tony
so
Robinson is
you can actually
Baldric.
create and start sculpting. This
Yeah.
is the one I've just not finished, but I'm going to finish that. I'm going to put it on Facebook when I finish. And then this is another one that I just did on the last show and showing you how you can frill that and then just give you the texture of that. So once you finish with that, and that's where you will get that
Kind of finished
look into finished look to that.
Just before I do forget, actually, if you have just been like, oh, wow, ooh, watching all of these different demos from Gordon and from Justin, let me just tell you, get yourself on their social media page because you are going to be in awe. If you go onto Facebook, it's Be Creative Crafts. You'll be able to see their logo and stuff and
Yes.
these fabulous makes. So do head on over there, give it a like and a follow because there's so much inspiration on there. There really, really is.
So when this is melted, you will see the shine which is there, and then that's where you will get that.
Oh, look how it comes to life, the glossiness.
Yeah. So once you finish that, that's why it becomes weatherproof and waterproof as well.
Oh,
and I'm just going to redo that. I'm going to do another one for you all to show you what you
Love
can
it.
create from there.
Perfect.
So once you finish with that, I'm just going to roughly show you this
Okay.
that I've done. So this is what I've just wrapped up. I just put a vine in there. Then
Ooh,
I
lovely.
put another wonder sheets on top.
Okay.
Just to give you a nice little different areas you can do. So I'm going to use is 4 boss for that. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, actually I'm going to change. I'm going to use is the H copper, and then I'm going to use 4 boss as well, which is this. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It will start melting the candle, but it will because it's fireproof, it's heatproof.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what I've done there.
Isn't that cool?
And then, of course, just keep an eye when you're lighting candle. As always, keep an eye on candles.
As always, yeah. Don't go leaving them alone.
But if you think about it, once you've done something like this, to remelt those crystals, we have demonstrated by leaving that little thing we made outside for 2 years,
2 years, yeah.
through all sorts of weather conditions and extreme heat. They haven't melted.
No.
It would take such extreme temperature for that to happen. I just think it's impossible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the beauty with the wonder sheets, the wonder tape, and then the crystals. They really are heat and weatherproof. Yeah.
Okay,
amazing.
so once you finish with that, and then I'm just going to do half of that, and then I'm just going to show you what I mean by, and then I'm just going to use H copper to do that. Okay, so it's 4 boss, and then just going to do that, and then it's just going to give you a nice little silver and a hint of red.
Gorgeous. The aged copper is currently at the bottom of your screen. Justin, when you're heating it, how far away, sort of generally, would you say to put your heat
It
tool?
depends on your heat tool, how strong it is. This one is a much, how to say, quieter, gentle.
Yeah, it is
So
gentle.
you can get it quite close. The what you call the blasty ones.
Ooh, the ones
plasty
that sound like someone's in a helicopter
the plastic
behind
ones
your house.
you can actually just gauge from it because the crystal does not burn. Because some embossing powder or crystals that is out there, it burns and becomes yellow.
Yes.
Or become brown.
Yeah.
So ours does not. And then you can actually sort of overheat that, and then it will still maintain its true color.
It's just brilliant. I mean, it's magic. Let's face it. Let's face it. It's alchemy meets artistry.
Yeah.
Really, it is fabulous.
Okay, so once you finish with that, I'm just going to do about 1/4 of this to show you what I mean by those vines and wonder sheets or wonder tape. That is just brilliant. You can do sculpting with that. It's just, you can fan it and things as well. So all you need to do is just get that down. Just get my heat through.
It catching the light where it's heated. The sheen.
Yeah, you can see the sheen of that.
Yep.
And then you just need to, for me now at this moment, you see me very close to the jars because this is quite a gentle heat gun, and I want to get it done as quickly as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay. So once you finish with this step, what you need to do is just take the next step, put a bit of spray emboss on there, and then just literally gentle spritz that slightly. If you put it a bit too much, just hit that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use aged copper to do this.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm just going to put it there and just going to sprinkle that
Ooh, lovely.
over there. And then just make sure that it's just have a hint of aged copper, but not covering the whole thing.
Oh, I see. You're just giving it like a little sprinklet.
A bit of sort of texture, a bit of
Yeah.
distress to that.
Yeah.
It's all something that you can do that from that part.
That looks absolutely beautiful. My producer
The crystal has
Georgina's
always
just
been
asked
so quite passionate. Yeah, I've been
if it's
quite
your
passionate for
favourite
that.
product.
It's so for me, it's so something that's quite unusual that you can do with it. And then if you want to put a bit more, just turn that. And then when it's still a bit warm, that's fine. If you do not want, if it's cool down, just put a bit of spray emboss on there.
Great.
And then that's where you can do that. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit more there.
That's magical that you can layer this. Gordon, if I were to ask you, what's one of your favourite products?
Yeah.
What do you have one that springs to mind?
My
or does it?
favourite
But
product?
it changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think I think it would have to be spray emboss.
I knew it was going to be.
And the reason for that is I invented it 17 years ago.
You don't look old enough.
And no matter what we do, it is our top-selling product, and we cannot do anything about that. It just keeps going and going and going. It does so much for people, solves die-cutting problems, embossing. It enhances people's embossings by up to 3 times deeper. Look what it does with the crystals tonight. And it just does so much for so many people. And we sell spray emboss all over the world.
Right.
And honest to God, it's our own product, we manufacture it, and we can never keep up with it. So it would have to be that product, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
also, we knew it was going to be. Me and
You
Georgina
did,
were
you
both
did,
like,
yeah.
I
You
bet
beat me
it's
to
going to be. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm just going to finish this off a bit more, and then that's where that should be done.
Lovely.
And then just sort of just give it a quick blast, and then that's where.
So this one is the aged copper that we've sprinkled
Yes,
on
aged copper.
top.
I just sprinkle on top. That's to give it a bit of violet, a bit of when the 70s and 80s, always because my parents have like those peacocks, metal peacocks.
Oh my goodness! Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
That's where. That's where I have my inspiration from. I always remember that thing my parents have, and they always put it on top there, and then that's where that
was
one
inspired.
that comes out for. Yeah.
Great.
So that's why you will see that's an aged copper there, and then can you see all those like vines running down, and then you can just create something different from a plain bottle.
Yeah.
You can create something into more interesting, into the taste of what you want to have.
And something unique.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. If you would like to treat yourself to Wonder Sheets, because just as a quick reminder, you are going to be getting 20 sheets, and I will also just remind you that you can create things like this, yes, genuinely. We showed you how to make these elements in previous shows. Have a little look at them online if you so wish. But they are just incredible. So all of the info for that is currently on your screen. You're getting the pack of those. They are A4 esque in size. And again, here's your deals. Let me just remind you. Oh, I've just popped them over there. Let me just grab the colours. Wait there, don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. I am just wanting to remind you of the colours that you can get your hands on for these embossing crystals. So I've got your Harlequin Platinum right here with those wonderful hues. Then I've got your Harlequin Copper as well. Just check out the texture on it. Ooh. Then I am bringing to you your Harlequin Silver as well. This one's got those lovely dark black flecks within it as well. It is beautiful. Then I have also got for you Grafico, which we have looked online, and it is Spanish for graphite. I love that. We've also got for you the malachite. And this one with the malachite, you've got the malachite green hues within this, that sort of oxidized look, and then you've got the silver hues. Let me bring to you the tarotine gold as well. I do love this. This for me has definitely got a touch of the bang, dang, 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 dang. Do you know what I mean? Like sort of James Bond golden eye or Goldfinger, yes. Then I'm bringing the ancient bronze. Really historic kind of look to this. Don't forget they do remain flexible. And yes, you can use them on fabrics. Then I've got aged copper for you. This is what we've just worked with. These are the ones that we've just used. By the way, if you're thinking, hang on, if they moved their studio near an aeroplane landing, no. Justin's just blow drying his hair. No, I'm joking. He's got an impatient. Oh, look at this. They are trying to get this finished for you so you can see it. Double work in there. I love it. So, as well as all of this, I have got for you the rich golden green as well. This is Glitz Central. It's a beauty. And it is going to be wonderful for you to use in many different ones. Then I've got for you the weathered chrome, wonderful detail there. I've got your Hyperion as well with this one. Then I'm going to bring to you your Ganymede. This one is here for you. Got that wonderful detail to it. Cressida, I absolutely adore. It's our producer's favourite. And let me just give you an idea of how you could use this. Oh, magical, right? With the technique that Justin's just showed us. Then I've got for you one of my favourites, Phomos, which I think sounds like Harry Potter. Phomos! And you're going to get that wonderful glossy detail. Lemon Ice I've got for you too. Makes you want to put up your feet and grab a cocktail. And then I've got for you the Silver Garden, which has got this almost fairy-kissed magic to it. And last but by no means least, you've got your Winter Fall as well. $3.99. Check everything out on the website. We have brought you new screen stampers, friends. We've brought you gelling. We've brought you so much. We've got the Wizzy tool and so much more. So check out absolutely everything. God, let's say hello to Gordon and Justin. How's it going?
Yeah, we've finished a small one.
I love it. Let's have a nosy at what you've done.
A small one.
Yeah, small one's finished.
So
It just requires a bit of patience. I mean,
Yeah.
this, as I said to you earlier on, this is very therapeutic. When you're making something like this, you just take your time and you'll
Love
end
it.
up with the most incredible work of art.
Mindful makes, for sure. know when you're back in with us?
Oh, this month, next month?
No, we're not quite sure yet.
It won't be long, coming
It won't be
soon.
long.
Coming soon.
Yeah, most probably be launching some new products as well with us.
Oh, I wonder if you would be launching some of the things that you've been dropping into the conversation today.
Maybe.
Oh, Justin the jester. Gordon,
Yes,
Justin,
just-
thank you so much for today. You've
It's
been
been wonderful.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for the creativity.
You're welcome. It's wonderful.
And also for my mask, I can't wait to wear it down the shop. We have got more to come for you, but whilst we do have a little swap over so that we can carry on with some more of our makes with Corrine, let's have a little learn about our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set. Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Make your die-cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die-cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. Well, wasn't Gordon wonderful, and wasn't Justin just really mischievous? Yes, he was. We have got Be Creative. He stood just there. We have got Be Creative with us today, and we have got just absolute beautiful more makes to come. We are going to be talking Masquerade Ball now. Again, we've got Corrine back in the studio, and we have got stamps, dies, and so much more. Hi, Corrine, you all right?
I'm really good. Yeah, can't wait. In fact, I've got a brilliant technique with this lovely chandelier die. So we're going to, I'll skip over some of the other bits that are sort of repeating bits that we've done previously, and I'll show you a really fun technique with this chandelier.
That sounds absolutely beautiful. If you do want the chandelier die, it is part of this collection. In here, you can see you've got the chandelier die, you've got embossing folders, you have got the paper pad, you've got the luxury cardstock, you've got so much going on in here, and we have got just an absolutely wonderful effect for you. We have got some things to inspire you now, Corrine.
Yes, absolutely gorgeous. So this is the mask that you've seen us use for a completely different way. Now, what I love that they've done here, oh, look at the gold sparkling on there. What I love to see is people cutting decorative dies out of pattern paper, because you get so many fantastic effects. Look at the gold twinkling on there, but it just works so well with that backing paper, doesn't it? Now you're also going to get stamps as well, so you can be making that, and then you can bring all your pens. We have got all the classic pens, not all of them, a lot of classic pens on the show. And do you know what? I spent a long time before the show getting them all ready. Maybe we might show them, we might be able not. And again, look at that. We've got the chandelier behind there and with all the shaker elements in there. There's so many different ways. You saw earlier that you can be doing your embossing. It's just so many good. Oh, look at this. It's almost like the start of a story, isn't it? With the gilding wax on there and then your gold around the edges. There are so many different ways. That looks to me like a perfect invitation to a ball, does that. Absolutely gorgeous. So many different ways to use this. It's got opulence. Oh, imagine having that so it popped off. The little mask.
Yeah, Georgina said just then, like with Velcro or something like that. That's a great idea.
It would look beautiful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But this is a gorgeous collection. I love the colour ways. So don't forget, you're going to get the papers, you're going to get the luxury cardstock, you're going to get the dies that you need, you're going to get the stamps, you're going to get two lots of 3D embossing folders. You've got so much in here. It is a beautiful collection.
I absolutely love. You're right, Gordon. Just walk right in front of me. Shut then, Gordon. Oh, Gordon's here. He just wanted to show off his waistcoat again, I reckon. Oh, bless him, though. He's come to clean up his cup. Isn't he a good egg? He is. We have got for you today the opportunity to get that full collection, again, with the stamps, with the dies, with the wonderful papers as well. For now, though, I will just remind you, if you want to grab this, do feel free to shop the day. Let's go into a demo.
Okay, right. I've talked a lot about it, so let's actually die cut this chandelier. Now, if you look down here, you'll see there is sort of a line of symmetry down the centre, and that's what I'm going to play the whole of this demonstration against. So we're going to put that onto some black cardstock. So, bless him. I was trying not to react when somebody walked between me and the camera. Never mind. We get there. We get there. Whoops-a-daisy. Right. Okay. So this has cut out absolutely gorgeous black cardstock. There we go. It's flying away. And then you've got it just there like that. Isn't that? Oh, I'll put it down here so you can see. I've just taken the top off there. But there, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So what you want to do now is get your scoreboard. So get your scoreboard. Oh, I should have grabbed myself a score tool. Oh, I'll see if I can find mine, because mine has got the thinner end to it. I've got one with the thinner end, which is really useful. Put it on the black line, and then I'm just going to score all the way down the centre of my chandelier, just like this. Just go right down the middle, down to there. And then you just want to fold it in half. Can you see, just like that? And when you fold it, if you fold it in the right place, if you get it in the right bit, can you see you've got that perfect symmetrical, can you see how it folds perfectly, one half on top of the other? So that's the first bit you want to do. And then what I also did was I put a little bit of gilding wax just over the candles. Just lifts it, just gives it a really pretty look. So then I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock so we can do this. And so this is coming back in. I haven't got everything out ready. So all we're going to do now is we've got all of these folded in half, and I'm just going to pop some of my sticky duct tape on half, just onto half of it, just here, just like this. This is actually, I'm going to have to glue down the whole of that, but we can just handle it really carefully. Just go down the centre, just there. There we are. Oops. And make sure I've covered all the bits. There we are. Right, pick that up. And then I'm going to get another one, and I'm just going to lay it, go on, straighten back up, lay it perfectly on top. You almost like backing it, but remember we've only glued half the chandelier. So we can pop that onto there, line that up. Now you can do this with a wet glue, and sometimes doing it with a wet glue you might find a little bit easier, because it's going to give you that time to move it around for any bits that you've not lined up absolutely perfectly. Don't forget to line up the flex as well. Or there must be a nicer word than flex, but you know what I mean. The bit that connects it to the ceiling. So we can put that in. Then I'm going to get a second one. Have I got? Oh, there we are. I've got some more of them up here. Use these ones that have got the gold on, and I'm just going to do the same. Just put my sticky adhesive over half of it, There we go, and down the centre, down the middle, and then pick that up. And this time, so we've got 2 on, so now we're going to take the third, move that one out of the way, and then line this up. So this is going to be like a completely 3D chandelier. Now what you can do is you can put as many of these in as you want. You could put 10 in, 12 in if you wanted to, and you just get lots and lots of dimension. But what you can do is you can, as we're going to do, we're not going to join the last 2 up. So if you look at that, oops, I just opened that back out. There we go. So you can see so far it's building up perfectly. Can you see if I do it from above? Can you see how it's building up? Let's put the 4th one on. And every time we're sort of adding, you know, you're making that circular shape of a chandelier.
I see. Yeah.
There.
That 3D effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is going to look beautiful on your project, whatever that may be, whether it's going to be a scrapbook page, a card, a piece of home decor, it will work beautifully. So we'll put that there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pop that one in the middle. So we'll stick with 4.
Okay.
So then we're going to flatten that out. Can you see this is the back of one? Let's flatten that out just there. Pop those in. There we go, and then we can flatten that. And then we can take that, and then we can, we'll leave that for a minute because you haven't shown you where that's going to go. But now you can see, look at all those layers we've got in that chandelier. Doesn't that look? Now, what you could do is you could put invisible thread through the middle, and you could hang it in an aperture. Would look beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So once you've got it, you can think of lots of ways to do it. So I've got my card base. I'm sort of whizzing through this bit because this is just your basic matting and layering. Now, it was showing you that. So I have got my card base with some gold. You've noticed just about every demo I have done today, we've gotten in with the gold mirror because this collection just cries out for gold mirror. It's in the backing papers. It's just so opulent. It just works perfectly. So put my gold on. Then I've got some black, or you could do like we did before. You could edge your next layer up with a black pen if you wanted to, but I wanted a full black layer. Make sure I'm still keeping my card the right way up. That's going to go in just there. Then I've got my gorgeous paper. Now, that's the right way up because then the font's the right way up. Because that's the sort of thing that would annoy me once I put my card together if my font was upside down. So we can take that and we can pop that onto there. Now, isn't that absolutely beautiful? So the other thing I've just done is I've just cut a circle with my regular nesting dies and in black as well, and then I have just made myself a topper just using my inks in this colour that that we've picked out of the paper. So I've tried to pick out some of the papers. I've just used my fuchsia, I've used my lemon tonic, I've used a bit of spring meadow and darkened it up a little bit with the parakeet just to try and bring it up to speed with that. And again, just your regular nesting dies, and this will work perfectly. And that's going to go on there.
Lovely.
So once we've got that, I can pop, let me just press that down nice and firm. That's now going to go onto my card, sort of in the corner. We can pop that on just here, just there. And this is going to be the base for my chandelier. So we're going to have that lovely contrast. There it is. We have that lovely contrast of the black over the colour. There we are. Right. There we are. Right. And that's going to go just up, just in the corner, like that. So then we can get our chandelier. Make sure I find the right one, where there's no, there it is, no gilding wax. Okay. And then we can just pop that one, not that one. Pop the sticky dots on, and again, like I say, you could be using your wet glue if you find that easier. And pop that down there, and then round just here, and round this side, just popping it on, and then straight down the middle to catch that. And then we can bring our card back in. Let me make sure I've not stuck all my elements together. And then we can pop that Look at that. Look at how
Gorgeous.
wonderful that works on there. So you can see you've got all of the arms. If I just lift it that way, can you see? How fantastic. Now, what I've brought in then, you saw me make this very first thing this morning.
Yeah.
So this is another one that we've done. And I've also taken my Celebrate, which we've got in the collection. And the Celebrate, we've just cut it in gold and we've cut it in black. So I'm going to pop dicky dots on the back of my gold one. There we go, just put it like, oops, I've just pulled that apart, but we can still manage. We can then create a drop shadow just on there. So just a very slight, I drop shadow to the left. Other people, we were having this conversation, I think it was last night. People drop shadow to a different way. Who was I talking to yesterday? Maybe it was Craig, who was saying, I always drop, a lot of people go right, but I always drop shadow to the left. It's just, I don't know why.
Personal preference.
It's just, oh, I'm trying not to, I can't get, come on out, that's it. We need to just get that, it's just moving a little bit, there we are. It's just, I don't know whether it's just, to me, it just seems the right way. It's what I naturally do. We all do it one way or the other. So then I can put my Celebrate, I'm going to pop that on first. I'm going to put it just down here. There we go. Oh, move that across so you can actually see, sorry.
That's it, thanks.
This is a habit from at home. I have lovely big craft room, but I craft in the smallest corner possible. Absolutely tiny corner. So let's get this mask that we've put together. There we go, let's take that. There we are, and then, so all I've done with this is just cut it out of white card, inked it with my inks, and then sprayed it with my sparkle spray. And that's going across there. And then I can shape that a little bit and put it, a couple of foam pads on there, just like that. And then we can take those off.
Lovely.
And put that on there, an extra one, just so it lifts it in the middle to keep the shape so it doesn't flatten when you're posting it or transporting it. And then I'm going to pop that across there. And this time I've done exactly the same with the feathers, which is slightly different to what I've done before.
Okay.
Just white card and ink them, because I just thought that would look really, really pretty. And all we're going to do then is put a little bit of glue on the back, on the front, and then we can pop those under there so that they just pop out all together.
Lovely.
Just like that. And then the final one is going to go on there, just like that. And I think for the final little bit of decadence, you just want to go in and you just want to maybe think about coming in and putting a couple of diamante style pearls just in some of that gorgeous little, those gorgeous little places just there. And just, it's opulent, it's extravagant, you know, it's full of loveliness. Loveliness. That was a lot of good words there, wasn't it? But you know what I mean. Yeah. It's full of rich colours, so why not put in a few little diamantes? I put one there and one to match on the other side, and then I think that will do. So we can put one there to match. Put that down. Oh. How about that? Just a quick way to show you how you can go dimensional with, doesn't that look lovely? The chandelier coming out of paper. But when you post it, it will fold completely flat. Yeah. So you haven't got to worry about postage.
Yay, thank you so much. What a great design. As a little reminder as to exactly what's in here, let me show you what you're going to be getting. Celebrate die within here. I've also got for you your 3D embossing folder that lovely Corrine worked with earlier on, but so did Justin from Be Creative. Another folder there for you with that chandelier, which you'll be able to see is mimicked, of course, in the dies like we've just seen. We've got your Shall We Dance ready for the ball, and you've got like the nice banner in there and almost like a vintage vintage mirror. I've got your Masquerade sentiments as well. Your elegant masks, and I love the elegant mask, and that is what Corrine made on that design there, where she sort of lifted it, and the chandelier, which is what created that 3D effect in that card. And then you're getting these ones here. Now you're getting sort of 3 feathers. However, this one here is 2 dies, which is how we've managed to do that sort of a matte and layering look, as is this one here. Sorry, that one and that one, so that one and that one are doubled up, so you're getting a few in there. You are getting 34 elements in total with the extra 49 sheets of paper, and you're getting cards with it as well. The paper is 12 by 12 that I showed you earlier on, and you can get them by themselves if you want, so do seize the moment on that one. So you've got the gorgeous details in those ones, as I've said. Really wonderful details. Speaking of cute things, let me bring to you the cute characters. Now I know we've been chatting about these a fair old bit today, but we just have to because they are so adorable. Let me tell you the names of some of these ones because I know you might not have seen them properly before. So this is You Make Me Happy. This, by the way, if you're thinking, hang on, I've missed these, only launched them yesterday, so that'll be why. Some Bunny Special, that's the bunnies and the little mice. I've got an Elephantastic Day. And you've got your hippos in there as well, of course. I've got Just Because, and you also have the birds with this. Don't forget, these are all mix and matchable. We've got your Pride and Joy. That's the lion and the tiger. The tigers are so cute, and I love the sleeping lion. Then I've got your Reach for the Sky. You've got that adorable, almost like a baby-looking giraffe, and the zebra as well. Then I'm bringing to you the Nuts About You. So you've got those little squirrels and the deers in that one. Positively Perfect is for all of you dog and cat lovers. That one keeps coming off. There we go. For all of you dog and cat lovers, it's a lovely little details to those. Colour them whatever colour you want, of course, to match your animals. Then I've got your Utterly Amazing that also comes with the beaver as well. So all of these lovely designs, all of the cute characters, and you've got lots of different ones. But I want to show you how some of them look when they're made up, if I can. Is that all right? Because I just think they're brilliant. Let me show you some of these designs that you have to get your hands on. Look at the little bushy bees. So we've got bees for you. We've got the wonderful You Make Me Happy with those cows. I think this is a great idea. This one's lovely, isn't it? The little beaver on like almost a footmark. That's the word. Did you?
Yeah.
Love that one. Hey, so you can watch that back then. I've also got for you here the card where they're all sort of balanced on top, but also it's a cool way to see it on a tag, isn't it? Then I'm bringing to the You Make Me Happy, and you can see that you've got the little secret card there, so you could put a little note in it.
That was
or
to
one
show
of the
you that
sentiments.
they're stamps as well. You don't have to cut them out. So you can just stamp your backgrounds with them and make your lovely backgrounds.
That's so lush, isn't it? Then I'm bringing to you the details of the elephant and the hippopotamus. And then I've got the final one here, which of course is your tigers and lions. So loads of you to choose from there. Lots of lovely animals. And if you'd like some inspiration on creativity, I've got just the lady for you.
Well, can I have the little deers off your pack shot?
Little deers, where are you, my little deers? Yes, you mean Nuts About You.
That's the one, please.
I'll take it.
You can take it, thank you.
There you go.
We don't know what's happened to them. I don't know. We're blame.
They're little walkies.
I think if we blame Sarah and Craig, no one's gonna tell us off. Then is there? We can blame them. They were in last night, and then they've disappeared.
And they've gone.
They've gone. Right. Okay. So I want to show you these. So this is absolutely amazing. So as you can see, you've got your little deers, you've got your little squirrels in this one. Now most of the dies come without a bottom on there. Can you see? They're just like the outline. So we can do. You can see that. Let me move that so you can see much better. Right. So you can see we've got no bottom on there, but then occasionally you do. So what that's doing is that's not a blade, that's just holding that little one in place. so that you know it's perfectly positioned. That's just like a holding bar. It's not going to score, it's not going to cut or anything. It's just there, just in case you need it. So I'm going to take my 2 little deer dies, and what I've got is I've got a piece of card just here, and I'm going to use that, and I've marked myself a point where I'm going to score. So I'm going to pop that piece of card just on there. Now let me make sure that's straight. Let's check that's straight there. Well, it's nearly straight, so I'm going to be perfect and make sure this is straight. So we can take that like that. Let's get those dies. I definitely need some tape. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our tape. Let's just de-tack it a little bit. Get 2 pieces. Get a little bit of the tack off. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little deers. Where have they gone? Make sure I get them in the same order as I did before. And then I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to, oops, I'll move that down. Get the first one. And I'm just using this as a guide to sit them at the same level. And I'm going to put the first one just there. Let's take the tape off here. There we go. And then we can pop that on. So this is just this is going to be my score line when I've finished. So I'm going to take another piece of tape and then I'm going to pop this one level with there. And I'm just going to pop that onto there, just like that. Then I'm going to take my plates. Now this is brilliant because I can go straight through. Look at that, my Gemini Junior is going to work brilliantly. So let's whiz that through. And while that's whizzing through, it only takes a couple of seconds, I need to bring in my stamping platform and also my alcohol-proof ink. They're going to be the best thing I can use for those. So let's have a look at this, how this is cut through. Oh, there we go. So let's just, now, don't worry if you've, like this, it's really, even though I try to de-tack it, it's marking that quite badly, but that's the back. We can actually cover that. That's why I've been very careful where I've put that tape, and that's going to do the same. The pressure in these machines is so good. Let me just get that off. Didn't want that to go there, but we can cover that up with a piece of card. So this is our card just there, as you can see, like that. Oh, what I can show you is we can bring that in. We can then line that up on there, and then I can get my score tool and I can score from there to the middle. And this is why we didn't score before, because I don't want to score here. I can then score the next 2, and then I can score there. Can you see? So I've just missed out scoring there. We can fold that over, and that's going to fold like this. And then on this one, we're just going to take that and we're going to score on that line there, and that's going to score back that way. There we are. Right, so that's going to be our, can you see the shape? You can see it coming together, can't you?
Definitely.
So let's bring in our stamping platform. Now, to stamp, I'm actually going to open it back up because I don't want to try and stamp and then because I'm coming down here and I don't want it to be lumpy and bumpy. So I'm going to open it back up before I try to stamp. We can pin it down just here. There we go. And then I've got my stamps. And so I just find the ones I want. Find this one here. And can you, get it the right way. Now, can you see how it drops down below that score line? So this is why I sometimes stamp before I cut, but for these, I would always cut before I stamp. Because again, if we look at this one, can you see how much it's dropped down below that line? So if you try to stamp it first, you're not going to know where that score line's going to go, and it's going to make life 10 times harder. So pick those up, turn that over. Alcohol-proof ink, because we're going to use our Spectrum Noir Classics. Sorry. We've got those on the show. There's quite a lot of sets of those on the show, I think, today, in all the colourways. So I was very careful to make sure that all the colouring I did with these, I used the Classics so that you could pick them up and match. Now look at that.
Oh.
It's there we go. And then if I show that, can you see how perfectly it is? It is really, really cute, isn't it? So let me just get a little piece of card to put underneath, and then in we go. So I've got a few little of my colours I've got there. Now the one I haven't got in my Classics, just because I couldn't see it, is my pink. So I'm just going to come in with my ears and just do the ears first. Just doing like this. Now look at this. This ink has only just been laid down, but it doesn't have to dry. It's it just sets straight away. It's so clever. So just add a little bit of shading in there, and then we're going to come in with the other one just for a little bit of speed. So I can just do that, and then just add in a little bit of shade as well. Now, the one thing I would say is very few things are sort of black on animals. They're often sort of just a dark grey. So you might want to think about doing the hooves like a dark grey rather than a black colour, do you know what I mean? Because they just work so much better. And then I've got, let me just remember, I've got my colours here. I've only got 5 here. So I've got GB1, which is my golden brown one, and I'm just going to do the chest. Let me check. Yep, there we go. Just down the chest in here. Now, remember, with your alcohol pens, it always dries a little bit paler when after a few minutes, when the alcohol evaporates. So even if you think, oh, this might be, it might be a little bit dark, but it will sort of just evaporate and pale down.
Yeah.
So we've got my, there we
Lovely.
go. And so we've got, I haven't picked up another one, so just put that one as a single colour. Then I'm going to come in with I've got my MB 1, 2 and 4 here, so we can then just come in. So is that the light? What did I say? I said 1, 2 and 4, so let's go in with the 1 first. There we go. So let's just do over his head just here. So it's not too much dissimilar, but by the time we've added in the shading, it's going to change it. So we lay down our first colour to saturate that card. Never said, I've done this onto my Nina card because it's going to be the best card that I can use for my alcohol pens. It's going to allow me to blend. Just come down there, and then we're going to get MB, where's it? There it is, number 4. There we are. And then we can just add in a little bit more just down here, just there, and then we get our MB1 again, and then we can blend that out.
Lovely.
Just through there.
Lovely.
You see how it's darkened up a little bit now, so you can see a distinct colour difference between the face and the head.
Yes, you can.
But you don't have to do a lot of colour. If you've seen the sheep and the cows, no blending needed with those. If you know, because I know some people get a little bit worried about the colouring. The sheep and the cows, you just need to go in with a grey pen and just sort of outline those, and then you'll get the most amazing effects. So let's just do the back legs. Now, if these are the back legs, they're going to be the darkest. So I'm just going to come in mostly with my 4 and just come down here and just add in that shade, just like that, just bringing it down. So you can see how the light's reflecting on that, and then just bring that down just there to blend it in. So you can see how it looks like it's coming out of the dark. There you go, can you see from behind his body? Can you see how straight away it looks? You've got that shading. Let's do his little body. I'm not going to worry about the spots. I'm just going to go over those, and I'm going to pick those up at the end. That's going to be absolutely fine. You can then just come in and colour there. I have had a couple of 3 days in my craft room. Oh, dear me, we're nearly out of colour on this one. This one nearly has. This has obviously been well used. I'll have to look to see if there's some more in a minute. But I think we'll get away with this to do on here.
Gives you the idea.
It does. So let's do 1, MB2, and then so we just sort of come under his chin where it might be a little bit darker, round there, and then round. Can you see just the key areas where it might need to be a little bit darker? Let's come down here. There we go. Just there, just like that. And then the final little bit on this bit, and then we can come in with the 4, just highlighting those darkest areas. It's so relaxing colouring these, and the effect is brilliant. I've got the moment. Yep, just blend those in. Oh, that was 2. I wanted 1. Oh. There we go. Just blending those together, and that's going to give you your lovely shade and tone. And then once we've got that all toned, well, you're going to get. This is the same one again that I was trying to do before. So just trying to get the last of that ink out. I'll have to make sure I don't put it back in the rack so that nobody tries to pick it up. But you can see how that works. And then I'm just going to go in with my my brown grey, and I'm just going to colour in the little spots just there. Oh, I tell you, look, poor thing. We've missed his little tail. There we go. There we are, a little bit darker. But how about that? So once you've done that, you then colour his friend in too.
Oh, they look great.
Don't they look lovely? Especially when your pens aren't running out. So we can bring that in. So that's going to be the front of my card. So all I'm going to do is fold that back over. You saw me do that score line. And I've just got a tent fold card just there, just like that. And all I'm going to do is take this tape off here. And then I'm going to offer up my tent fold card just to there. Oh, let's do that neatly so we can get it levelled up just to there. And then that is going to create a gorgeous little stepper card. Isn't that really cute? So we can then come in with our decorative papers. I've got a nice teal. Now, I think, if I got this right, this paper that I've picked up is from one of the Knitwit collections. Homebody, I think. Homebody. It's the Homebody, I think, because I don't think I've got Positivity. So I think it's the Homebody one. But how gorgeous does that look? Picking up the blue behind there. And then we're going to do the same on the front. Can you see, you don't have to do much to these cards. You know, you just a little bit of matting and layering, making sure that matches, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, not only have you got the stamps for the animals, but you've also got sentiments, and you've also got some little accessories too. So I have stamped for my dearest friend. How cute is that? So we can put that onto the front, and that's going to go just there, and then we can put our sentiment on, and then we can use one of the extra little stamps that you get. You've got a couple of little acorns that I've just stamped, and I've just fussy cut those out. They're cute, aren't they? Let's turn those over. Actually, I'm going to do that with a little bit of wet glue. It would just be easier for something that small. Then we can pop a little bit of acorns just on to there, just like that. And then finally, the final little bit, just because we can, and that's going to put a little bow just on there. I just want to get my score tool just to reinforce that score since I've stuck it down. And then, how about that with our cute characters? I just adore these. I've got my grandsons over next week, and we're going to have so much fun making animals.
They are so cute, cute characters for you there. Stamp and Die collection, 125 elements. Do you want a reminder of all the animals? Go on, let's do it. I have got for you here your cats and dogs, for all of you cats and dogs lovers. We've got the You Make Me Happy with your sheep and your cows. Somebody special with the mice as well. Then you've got your elephants and your hippopotamus. Then we've got your Just Because with the birds as well. Your Pride and Joy with those tigers and the lions, no bears, oh my. Then I've got for you Reach for the Sky with the giraffe and the zebra. And that's about you. These are the ones that we've just worked with. You see the deer? Then I've got for you the Utterly Amazing. All of those ones you can get your hands on today. It's just for all of that $48.93 or $62.95. So if those are speaking to you, do feel free to grab them because you've got that saving that you can see down there. So what a day it has been. We've had absolutely loads on, including the fabulous mask we've been doing with the Be Creative Creations. We've also had the Masquerade on. It's been very mask-esque today, actually, hasn't it? Yeah. We've had a real good time, and I hope you have enjoyed it too. Corrine, when are you next on with us?
I'm on next Thursday.
Great
Thursday.
stuff.
And I'm here and got some lovely dies, and we've also got a launch day next Thursday of some fantastic new paper piecing dies.
Woo! Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much at home as well. Thank you for sticking with us today. As always, we greatly appreciate it. Do not forget, you can head to our website to find out more about all of the goodies on there. For now, though, thank you so much for being fabulous. To the wonderful team as well as to Gordon and Justin. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon.